What is up, everyone, and welcome to a fabulous WAN show where, I gotta tell you, I don't know whether I'm more angry or sad, because the website that taught me so much of what I know about PCs and computer hardware and electronics and just an invaluable repository of knowledge of PCs and times past has gone dark. Gone dark in a way that
like big time dark.
Was big preventable dark.
Yeah.
And not that expensive to, well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, but AnandTech's archive is gone. It just redirects to the forum. That's it. That's all she wrote, folks, in spite of their current owner, Perch, saying that would, oh no, it's Future PLC now.
Yes.
Sorry, Future PLC saying that wouldn't happen. In other news, YouTube has responded to the criticism that Mr. Riley, who I might note, never criticizes anything hardly. Okay, so this is two exceptional things happened this week. YouTube responded to our tech-linked criticism of the AI sharpening on YouTube Shorts. So we'll get into it more later, but the spoiler here is they claim it's not AI, it's traditional machine learning. Yeah, that's what I said. What else we got this week?
Where are we drawing these lines? I will be addressing some controversial threads about labs. Oh, I thought I'd give them a little.
Can we not have a controversy?
I thought that would be fun
for 1 week.
I don't think it's going to be controversial.
Why would you call them controversial?
No, they're going to be extremely controversial. They're going to be brutal battles. I'm going to be sticking my
falsely advertises
flag in the ground.
His flaccid ass non-controversy as controversial.
It's going to be super serious. You got to stay tuned to check it out.
Head of lies, says Pugboy.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, whatever. Anyways, and Intel grabs $2 billion for a lifeline.
Yeah, they grabbed it by the pussy.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wait, did I not be good?
Did you not?
The show is brought to you today by Ground News, MSI, and Vessi. Also, with our wrap partner D-Brand, our laptop partner Dell, and of course, our chair partner Secret Labs. Why don't we jump right into our headline topic today, which is, of course, that AnandTech's article archive has been taken down. I know, this happened a couple of weeks ago. But I just found out this week, I was reviewing a script with, I think it was Plouffe and Nick from the lab. Really cool video we've got coming soon, by the way, guys. We finally got our hands on an NVIDIA H200. So sure, yeah, it's their last gen one or whatever, but it's a $30,000 GPU. And we ran some machine learning and AI benchmarks, and it fast. It's very fast. It's like, it's so fast, I almost look at it and I go,
wow, it fast.
Wow, damn.
My friends called me and they were like, that's really fast.
Damn, girl. You real fast at making slop. Nobody slops harder than you slop. I mean, but I mean it in a kind way, a respectful way.
You could mean that in a
you
respectful
a sloppy
way.
Girl.
You could. We're already so gone. We're like barely into any topics. We are so gone.
Well, folks, it's been nice knowing you. Sayonara from Canada.
Oh, boy.
Okay. AnandTech. So, yeah, our source is Reddit. Well, actually, our source is me, because I discovered this live. I was trying to find out, shoot, I forget what I think I was trying to find out sort of, yes, I remember now. Because I seemed to recall that the first GPU that implemented HBM memory was the Radeon R600. That ended up not being true. The R600 did have a notable memory configuration. It used a ring bus and a 512-bit, or it might have even been more than that, I forget. But it had some kind of fancy memory interface. It wasn't HBM. And so we were talking about something to do with the HBM memory that's on that H200 GPU. See, I brought it all the way back.
Yeah, he got
Boom.
it.
And I was like, oh yeah, well, hold on a second. I thought HBM had like a reputation for, was it for being really efficient or was it for being really inefficient? I couldn't remember which one. So I was trying to find AnandTech's article on the Radeon R600 or the R600 GPU. I forget what the actual like name of the card was. Was it the 20 something? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. The point is R600 was the code name. And I clicked through.
2900?
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that's the one. Wait, 2900 XT. Is that Hawaii?
It's not even an AO overview. It's a snippet.
Yeah, no, that's the one. Yep. Yeah. So I clicked through the article and it went to the AnandTech forum. Not like the forum thread discussing the article or anything like that. Like that was a thing, but no, not that. Just to the forum. I was like, oh, what the heck? That's weird. Anyway, we found a second source on that page of results, and I was like, oh, okay, no. That card did not have HBM. It was actually the R9 Fury that was the first card to have HBM. And I was like, okay, so I searched like R9 Fury efficiency so what happened was in my brain, I had, there was an efficiency conversation around HBM, but it turns out the efficiency conversation went both ways. So the card overall was not terribly efficient, but the HBM itself was known for being efficient. And that was the little piece that I needed. And I was able to continue my script, or at least I would have been able to if I wasn't busy grieving. Because when I was looking for information on the R9 Fury, I came across another historical AnandTech article that was indexed in Google search results, and I clicked on it and it went straight to the forum. And I was like, what? And they were like, you didn't know? And I was like, no, what? AnandTech is gone.
Goners.
I mean, it, I guess, shouldn't surprise me that much because, when private equity firms say, all the staff's gone, but we're going to leave the historical archive up forever, indefinitely. I don't know if they said forever, but there was no indication that they were going to be taking it down. In fact, all the news that you can find about AnandTech shutting down.
In their potential defense, was
hold on. We'll come to it. We'll come to it.
Okay.
But blah blah blah. So you can actually see there was a fair bit of conversation about it, and over the sentiment, blah, 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 there's always a question. AnandTech can breathe a sigh of relief. Yes. For now, AnandTech fans can breathe a sigh of relief. Ryan Smith, former editor-in-chief, writes that Future PLC, AnandTech's publisher, will keep the site's archive indefinitely. Well, see, there's...
that wording.
That wording, though.
I bet you it is true that they will keep the site's archive indefinitely. Doesn't mean they'll keep it up.
So this happened a couple weeks ago. This is actually AnandTech's second PE owner. So first was Perch, who I accidentally blamed for this earlier. Sorry, Perch. First was Perch, and then Future PLC bought, I believe, both AnandTech and Tom's Hardware from Perch.
They own Tom's Hardware now. I know that.
Yeah, Future definitely owns Tom's Hardware now as well. This flipping blows. However, I am going to present one unexpected defense of the move. Because
I had one and I lost it already, so I'm very interested in where... Because I was wondering, did that statement happen under Perch and then it was sold invalidating the statement, but no. So there goes my whole thing.
Yeah, no, sorry.
So, okay, what is yours?
So here's my theory. That basically, because I would think the cost of keeping this online for a company like Future PLC is like trivial.
Especially with ads on the site, yeah.
Unless AI crawlers are fucking them by just like constantly hammering it, which again, I don't know how super likely it is because there's no new content being added to the site other than the forum, which they have left online. So I had like one kind of theory that maybe it was around like, saving this non-AI infected sort of pre-AI era, but then it's going to be part of so many repositories anyway. So yeah, what I had planned was to present, okay, yeah, they're keeping their non-dirty, non-AI written, IP to themselves, and they want to like license access to, helping AIs understand computers and the history of computers. But then realistically, the entire business of harvesting and selling data sets, there's no way they don't already have all of this anyway. So
a lot of the internet's data was crawled before countermeasures were put in place.
Future isn't private equity technically. Yes, you're right. They like actually operate and stuff. They're not just private equity. So I should not have necessarily bundled them in with that. They just behave like private equity.
Yeah, I looked up their Wikipedia.
Sorry.
That's Canadian private equity. I'm kidding. Can I find this? Future US. Yeah, there we go. Is it actually just Future US? Oh, no.
No, it's Future PLC.
For the United Kingdom-based companies, see Future PLC. But Future US, it looks like, owns the magazine, maybe? Or at least that's how it's laid out on Wikipedia. Who knows? I just thought it was interesting if you look up Future US on Wikipedia, their list of defunct titles is longer than their list of current titles. Current titles there, and defunct titles.
Right at the top, AnandTech. Wow. They own Nintendo Power?
Well, they, for a period of time.
Yeah, but no, I mean defunct, but they probably still own the IP then, I would think.
I guess, yeah.
Official Dreamcast magazine. Okay, some of these probably didn't need to still be around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Total Movie. Skateboard Trade News. Men's Edge.
CD-ROM Today, I guess.
Yeah, we could live without CD-ROM
little time
today.
limited.
Yeah.
Might have been cool for a while.
Yep.
Broadcast and cable, I can kind of understand that going down.
I think they should bring back Maximum Linux, though. I think the time is right.
It might, for a magazine, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So what are our options here? Some people have
so
apparently...
Future US is wholly owned subsidiary of Future PLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is apparently an archive on, of all places, the Internet Archive. Who could have thought it? But my notes say, but it's not the same. Do you know what is?
No.
What is not the same about it?
No.
You don't.
No. Is it not very navigable? That would be what I would assume. I'm also assuming if there's any tools, that the tools wouldn't work.
So this blows. And I mean, not just for me. Like for me personally, it blows because I would often use historical articles from AnandTech whenever we're making a video about something that's so old that we didn't exist yet as a publication to cover it. Like we've been around so long now that unless something is very old, I could refer back to our old video and I'll be able to find a B-roll clip or two as needed, maybe a benchmark result as shoddily as it might have been obtained back then. But every time one of these old sites goes down and all the articles are lost, we lose a piece of history forever. Like that whole the internet never forgets thing is turning out to be so not true.
Oh, extremely so.
The internet forgets more than the entire rest of recorded human history contains.
I think largely because everyone said the internet never forgets for so long, so they trusted it as an archive. And a backup when it's just a bunch of dudes' computers.
And part of the problem is that now, even knowing the internet totally does forget, and this is going to be an enormous problem, I don't know how we're going to fix it, because it's not practical to back up the whole thing in all its different permutations, as it is ever changing. And there's so much crap mixed in with the gems that are worth backing up that how do you surgically back up what matters?
Especially now.
Imagine
backing up all that AI slop.
Right? Dude, okay, so back to the H200. Like, you can generate AI slop images at a rate that was mind-blowing to me. Like, I already saw what I felt was pretty fast AI image generation when we checked out that 48 gig 4090 card, the one that we got from China, where they're modifying the 24 gig cards and they're putting double the memory on them. And I was like, wow, dang, you can fit like so much model in this VRM, you know? And then we were playing around with the H200. That thing has 141 gigs of memory. 141 gigs.
That's pretty nuts.
Like right on, it's right on the package. Like it's right on there. They stack the memory, sir.
It's a really cool piece of tech.
Yeah, too bad it costs as much as a practical family vehicle.
I just kind of meant HBM in general.
Oh, sure. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the HBM is a big part of the price of that card.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I just think HBM is cool.
Yeah, the yields on it apparently is a real challenge. That's why it has an oddball amount, 141 gigs.
That is weird.
Yeah, well, that's because when you're stacking 12 memory dies, occasionally
stuff goes wrong.
Yeah, you might have something not quite so perfect.
We'll get better at it.
I clicked the wrong thing. What is this? Oh, okay. Well, we'll let chat worry about their stuff there. In summary, maybe the reason has to do with protecting the IP from AI scrapers. Maybe the reason has to do with not being able to afford the monthly bill of keeping the site up. Maybe the decision has to do with pure apathy. Whatever the reason is, this absolutely blows. I think I had started a thought earlier about how this affects me, but I think this affects anybody who wants to, learn about stuff from a previous era.
Yeah.
Because what do you?
This was a very valuable archive for computer hardware history
and computer hardware enthusiasts.
Yeah.
This absolutely blows, and in advance, Future PLC, I reject your offer to purchase Linus Media Group.
Sure. Okay.
Well, because they're going to mess it up.
You don't know what they're going to offer, though.
I don't, but in advance, I reject their offer.
Sure, okay.
I'm being proactive. You should learn about it.
I would more lean towards vain. But,
Why not both?
But fair enough. If this is a potentially odd call out, but if you want a cool experience talking about the closure of an old magazine, there's a podcast that they really haven't made enough episodes of, but it's called The Life Well Wasted, and I think it's their first episode ever is the death of EGM, or Electronic Gaming Monthly. And it's like he goes and interviews a bunch of the people at their, I think it's like their like last day or at a party where it's like the closure of the company party, and it's actually really wild because they're talking about like the death of magazines. And it's a bunch of people that had worked at a bunch of different magazines and ended up eventually over time to EGM, because EGM was one of the later ones to go down in regards to gaming magazines. It's actually like a really good episode, but...
Right, because these are the last ones left standing in the industry, effectively.
Yeah. And they talk about like what it was like to write video game reviews back when like the internet wasn't a thing, because there's a lot of like old head game reviewers. It's actually like it's a really, really cool episode, and it's from a podcast that like not a lot of people know about, and it's fantastic. I was talking to Neen Exists in Floatplane Chat, who is apparently a employee.
Pronounced Nene.
Nene, sure. Apparently employee of Future PLC, and I was asking because like the timing of this is kind of funky. We haven't necessarily gotten to this portion of it yet, but it's, and I don't 100% know, but it seems like Bench the Tom's Hardware tool bench was maybe launched at a fairly similar time to when AnandTech went down.
Oh.
And it feels like there's potentially a strategy there to try to get more people coming towards bench.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. So Bench is their comparison tool where you can kind of compare across brands, across eras, and see relative performance. And AnandTech had a lot of historical graphs and charts that either they've rolled in, which I don't actually know how they obtain all the results for Bench. I don't know if they've used any of the AnandTech data, but what they might be avoiding, I guess, to your point, is people just
using AnandTech,
going back and just looking at graphs on.
Oh, never mind. He's a very ex-employee. My bad. But yeah, apparently there wasn't like a she. It's okay. I don't know.
Are you going to get anything right today? Or are you just going to go full like?
Yeah, that. Except for apparently I'm not going to say it this time for some reason. So the time that I get it all wrong, I'll omit the statement. Perfect. But yeah, I don't fully know how this tool works. I wanted to poke into it, and then I realized that they only have yearly subscriptions as far as I can tell, and it's $70 a year, and I was too cheap. But yeah, for so that's the closest I've seen, I guess, is this.
Okay, who would pay for a subscription to this, you think?
Interesting question, because Dan Siegel, the head of the Labs website, and I were looking at this, and he asked that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, but I think you get more than just Bench. Because I think it's the Tom's Hardware premium subscription, so it's not just Bench. I think you get other stuff.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. You get premium exclusive features and interviews. You get expert news analysis and roadmaps, and you get Bench.
Okay.
The power of our Bench database. And it's Tom's, and they have the AnandTech data, so they probably have an incredible amount of data in Bench to back them up.
Man, it's got to be a tough time to be Tom's Hardware.
I think it's got to be a tough time to be any form of written media, to be completely honest.
Yeah, to be clear, I'm not trying to super dunk on them.
Nope.
I do understand that it is legitimately hard times in the written media industry. But it's going to be even worse when Tom's Hardware eventually goes down, if it ever does.
I don't even...
Because like or don't like Tom's Hardware, or whatever, it's, again, an extremely important perspective on PCs. We also... To remind you of another site that unfortunately is, no more.
It's that thing we always say.
Wait, is PC Perspective still live? Oh, they are still live.
It's like a new kind of deal, now.
Yeah, look at this. You know what? PC Perspective is still publishing.
They cooking?
So I am the problem.
Yeah.
Not PC Per. I am the problem for not reading.
Yeah, Linus. Ugh.
Oh my God, this is rough. There is one comment. You know what, Jason? Good job.
Good job, Jason. Keeping the dream alive. I do find that there's a lot of review sites that I found often don't get very much interaction at all, but they've been around for a long time, so I don't necessarily know that maybe the readers just aren't super interactive. I don't know.
Sure, let's hope for that.
I know of a site that has 100 employees and I don't see a ton of comments. They've got to be making money somewhere.
Parallelogram says, answer the question if you know the answer. The question was specifically directed to the writer of the article about something they said on a podcast recently. So I don't think I'm going to be able to answer it.
Hello, train. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little sticky, but... it would make the timing is a little bit fishy to me, but
what would prevent us from having something Bench-alike for people to do
What do
comparisons.
you mean we have something bench?
I know that.
Oh, I was trying to use this.
I was throwing up a ball.
I was trying
All
to
you had
not.
to do was hit it.
I was trying to
You
not.
just had to hit
use
it.
this.
Why can't you hit the ball? I feel like I'm talking to my kids. Just hit the ball. Right? No, I don't talk to them like that.
I was trying to not use the timing. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Why not? You can totally announce you're pregnant at a funeral. One life gone, another life begins. That's a circle of life, baby.
Oh my god. Okay, so we have, so you can take like, hey, look, I have a keyboard, I have another keyboard, or I click compare on both of them. I click comparison bin, I click view detailed comparison, and then I have all my different things. We have this. You can see. Oh, no data available because we tested different stuff. Hooray! There's it's a work in progress.
It'll take time.
But you can compare things on the site.
But it will take, in the longer term, our aspiration is still to collect historical data. However, I can already, without even having tried to do it yet, foresee what will be some major challenges in collecting historical data for historical hardware if we go back too far. Because there is going to be the very, very old stuff that I think will be relatively straightforward to gather data on, but I'm not sure if anyone cares how well, a Radeon 9800 Pro runs Quake 3 or whatever, right? Like, I don't think that's probably going to matter to most modern gamers. And then there's going to be all the modern stuff that's no problem because it runs on the latest operating system and we can use the latest tools to monitor it. And then there's going to be this dead zone in the middle where the transition to Steam was kind of happening and game disks existed, but going back now and trying to find what was the kind of the final patch for that game. And then once it transitioned to a Steam key, running that on an operating system that actually necessarily supports it, because you can't install Steam on Windows Vista anymore. So if it runs in compatibility mode on a newer OS, that's great, but was that performance actually equal?
Yeah.
Can I find a GPU driver for that new operating system?
It gets weird. And to be clear, I just had a bin from a previous show selected, which is why that didn't really work, because we had a low-end GPU against an extremely high-end one, so we had different tests. This is what a power supply would look like when things are actually comparable. So you can see, you get down to the charts and you can see on this one, the blue line is the Fusion 1600 and the red line is the FSP 1650. And you can see all the comparatives, and it's actually a very useful and powerful tool. On the, I think it's published now. I always get lost in between what's published and what's on the beta site because we're working on things. But there should be bring your own price capabilities, at least coming soon. So let's look at these two. Add these two to the bin. View the comparison bin, because we were talking about bring your own price a while ago. So I wanted to see. Dan Siegel's going to be screaming at me. Oh, yeah, add prices. So let's say this one is $420 and this one is $469. You see the little price updated. You can select your currencies. Yep. You can undo changes. You can close that box. Then you can see your price performance live. So you can input this is what it actually costs me. Now this is what I would call still in kind of production of sorts, because we want to add some flags warning people you should consider full system cost and blah, 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 blah. But we're trying to get it out there. We're trying to get more. You can edit prices and then just disable them and go back to the performance graph. But we're trying to get more useful tools on the site, and a big part of where we're going to get those, at least in the near future, is through pricing, because we found that we have a bit of a problem where there's a lot of information on the lab site, but because there's no pricing involved, it makes it hard to get to your final decision while there. So we're trying to start integrating pricing into stuff.
And we're hoping, if anyone from any major electronics retailers is watching, feel free to kind of reach out through our public inboxes. If we could get API access, that would be great. And if we can't get API access, well, I would never publicly declare that we're just going to scrape your site, I would never do that. But what I will say is that why don't we just work together, and you can get us API access to your pricing, and then we can provide a really super useful service to people who are shopping for the products that you sell, and it'll be great, and there will be synergies for all. That seem like a fair way to put it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I also will use this period of time to jump to another section that I was planning on talking about, which is that there are negative labs things that the community has called this out for recently, and I wanted to actually highlight those. There's two particular ones that I have right now. It's not like have never been other ones, to be clear, but there's two particular ones right now. On the mouse review subreddit, there's a thread which is LTT Lab has tested the in-zone mouse A. And then somebody points at it and points out some potential issues with various things. And the main thing that I want to highlight here is that Lucas responded. So Lucas is in here talking about the mouse review. And he talks about okay, there was a detected human error, which we fixed right away upon seeing this. Thank you for pointing that out. It was the wrong data was selected from the data set. So we fixed that. There will always be some amount of human error with the lab. I apologize for that, but we are currently still humans, so it will currently still happen. And we appreciate when people point it out, because we want the most accurate set of data we can have to live on the site. So if we do screw something up, please tell us, and we would love to fix it. So thank you for pointing that out. And there's also we want to generally have a fairly open dialogue with people about what's happening in the lab. I owe Linus a video to go on the LTT channel to update what's going on with the lab.
There's been a lot of updates. You guys are going to see a lot of new faces. You're going to see a lot of new desk layouts. You're going to see a lot of new aspirational things for the future.
Yeah.
We're trying to talk less and let the action do the talking, but I think we've kind of let the pendulum swing a little bit too far the other way, and we just haven't really been talking about it at all.
Yeah, time to talk about it a little bit more. But a lot of what we're going to be talking about is some of the things that we've been doing to try to increase transparency things. So in this post, in this reply from Lucas, he mentions regarding the transparency on our testing method. We have a written article on how we test mice, and we explicitly note in the product pages when we differ from it for a special feature. I can appreciate how it may be missed if you're not looking for it. Would it be helpful if this was linked from each mouse product page? So if we called it out in each mouse product page. The reason why this is a question is because we actually want to hear from you. So we want this type of criticism and feedback, and we want to use it to make ourselves better. And hopefully, I'm trying to point this out because people might see Lucas's response and then actually reply to it and give us that information. That is also true about the LTT's AI benchmarks cause me pain thread. I don't know why this is his handle, but this is Nick from the lab. His handle is Puzzle-Headed Dish 230. Lucas's is a little bit more straightforward, but this is actually Nick. And he basically talks about hey, look, we've had some problems in the past. We're constantly working on our AI testing benchmarks. That is something that we've been very actively working on lately, so they'll change and improve going forward.
Yep.
And he points out hey, the stuff that we do have does address some of the points that you brought up.
Yep.
But again, there are new versions coming, and we're working on it actively. So we're not trying to say it's perfect or anything.
Yep.
But that's where we're at. And I would also point out that we have been rather active in this area of the site. The From the Lab is also sometimes referred to as the blog or just posts. You can see USB-C, how we conduct charge testing. You can see the power supply testing method update. That was really good. We promised these lines mean something, new audio testing method. We're trying to publish posts talking about what we're doing, how we're doing it, why we're doing it, and asking for feedback. A lot of these link to the forum, the LTT forum, where Labs, because we don't have comments on the Lab site, where Labs is asking hey, this is something we've observed. This is an idea that we have of how to address it. What do you guys think? And we want to build in public and get feedback from you guys and do cool things. So I don't want you to think that we ignored any thread here or there just because I don't think people necessarily saw Nick and Lucas's response.
It's one of the big problems with Reddit.
Yeah.
If you reply to something anytime other than in the first 15 minutes, even if it's by far the most relevant response, because
just might not get seen.
Nick's reply is the response.
Yeah.
Like it's who it was directed to, right? You're buried under a whole bunch of just like, yeah, me too, or I disagree with you and I hate the color of your hat, like, you know, typical Reddit things, right?
Yeah, so I thought Nick and Lucas's responses were great, so I wanted to surface them and just make that be seen. Lowell Inverse, I don't know how to say that, sorry, in Floatplane chat said subversioning for lab pages. We were talking about that yesterday. We were talking about that today. We've been talking about that for a while. This is something we need to figure out. We're trying to figure out what level to do the versioning on and how to manage it across different verticals. Like one that I put out there was like, imagine you were trying to do a website article versioning for VR back in like 2014 to 17. Like the changes would have been insane. So like we're looking at it right now. We're looking at like CPU and GPU and we're like, well, we can do these types of versionings and it'll be fine. And it's like, yeah, it'll be fine for those, but we need to find something that's like okay for all potential future
less
verticals
mature
as well.
Categories.
So like it's a fairly complicated conversation. We don't want to just copy what other people have done. So it's yes, absolutely. We're working on that. We're working on many things. But yeah, just stay tuned. Check out the Labs website. Check out the blog articles. And versioning what exactly? Versioning kind of everything. Versioning what's included in a different section. So like if I go to lttlabs.com, shameless plug, let's go. If I go to, let's say, sure, this mouse. If I go to this mouse, well, what's in the, I don't know, in this section, do we need, in the box connectivity construction, do we need another thing? Does something change that makes it so that we need another thing? Do one of the ways that we measure something, that's maybe not in that section, but like if we change how we measure mouse latency.
So like a year from now, we realize, holy crap, there's a big difference in left and right click mouse latency. That's not particularly realistic, but it's the kind of thing that could happen. And we go, oh God, well, we're not realistically able to go back and test every mouse from years past.
Which we might, depending on the change.
But going forward, we're going to have left and right. So how do we, in a comparison bin, how do we compare the original data where we just had click latency with the new data where we have left or right click latency? Hard to say. And so that's the point that he's trying to make, is anytime you change your methodology, especially adding a new parameter that you test or subtracting one, you can run into these kinds of challenges.
It also comes down to like what constitutes a version change. This was an interesting conversation we had recently because like there are significant variables that might not normally constitute a version change. Like what if a game updates?
Yeah.
What if a driver updates?
Yeah. I mean, Cyberpunk's a great example because that game has had all kinds of, it's been the showcase title for pretty much every new GPU technology over the last few years.
So if you have to fully redo all testing for every single game update, every single driver update, every single BIOS update, every single, like, eventually becomes unreasonable. So now we have to...
Or like a game like WoW that has existed for so long.
What version, what patch, whatever.
Yeah.
There's also... Like okay, we're going to inevitably run into a situation where there's something different about things that are in the comparison bin. Now, how do we communicate that these things are different, what the severity of the potential impact of those things are to the user? There's tons of different ways to try to solve these problems, and they're things that we're working on.
And no matter which way we choose, there's going to be something imperfect about it, and someone somewhere is going to think we're paid off by Intel to something sandbag AMD's results or whatever, but the reality of it is this is just a really difficult problem that no one has ever solved.
Owned by NVIDIA, in bed with AMD.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on a second. NVIDIA's my pimp. Okay. I am screwing AMD and Intel's paying for it. Did I follow that correctly?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. Very good.
AMD seems like they'd be a generous lover. You know what? Okay.
They're into open source?
Yeah. And if NVIDIA's my pimp, man, I'm probably getting top dollar. Yeah. Well, they are. Anyway.
They are, yeah. That makes so much sense. Speaking of things that make sense, sir, should I do that thing?
No, I wanted to talk more about LTT Labs. We were referenced by Google AI Overview.
But that is okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We have our big boy pants on now. Redditor, Night King's... Is my bleep button working now, Dan?
Yeah, I did before. It just didn't make the noise.
It muted. It didn't bleep. Yeah.
Redditor, Night King's bitch posted a screenshot to the LTT subreddit showing Google's AI Overview referencing LTT Labs when they searched for warranty information on the Corsair RM750E power supply. The overview also links to the LTT Labs article. So our question here is, for real though, are your moms proud and do they understand your weird jobs?
Here's a question that I have.
Did we ever give them permission? No.
Here's a question that I have.
Sorry, you want a real question.
I assume this person clicked on the article, but did you click on the article out of curiosity of how the AI summary thing worked? And the fact that you were like, oh, wow, I'm going to put this on the subreddit or whatever. Or did you click on the article because you wanted to actually know more?
I mean,
We won't be able to directly hear from this person.
I don't think we can get this
that
answer.
that is a thing that is interesting to me because...
Well, here, unique username in Floatplane chat asks, are you guys happy about this? And I think that is heavily dependent on the answer to Luke's question.
To be honest,
because if they're not referring people through to learn more, then no, they're basically taking what they used to give us, which is a search result that people would have to click on to find out more information. Theoretically, I mean, there's been summaries and there's been the highlight and the bit of body of the text from the page and whatever else. Like they've been slowly inching their way towards keeping you on their website over the years, to the point where now, they just give you the information that you want. There it is. And you don't realistically have to click through. If people still have to click through, then yeah, we love it, right? Because that's supposed to be Google's role in a healthy, functioning internet ecosystem. They're supposed to be a referrer. They're supposed to surface authoritative, reliable information and connect users with whatever it is that they're looking for, search engine. Instead, it's more like, hey, take everyone's data and keep everyone on our site so we can cram as many ads as possible down their throat. Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. The not so bright in Floatplane chat, is Google still a search engine?
Wait a second.
What now?
Somebody pointed this out. 7-year warranty. 5-year warranty.
Ugh. I'm getting things wrong faster.
Who pointed that out? That was Oinkage? Oni Ikage.
Also,
Onyekaje.
I just noticed another problem. They searched RM750E.
And it's
the RM750.
Yeah.
So can we just stop using AI summaries? But
it looks like we did both. So I'm wondering if it pulled the text from the website for the top part, and then it pulled the incorrect video, and then pulled the warranty from the incorrect video. I bet you the text at the top is correct for the one that they actually searched for, and then the text in the next paragraph is incorrect because it's for the wrong power supply that it also got from a video. I bet you that's what happened. It's multi-source because it links the source for the top paragraph and then it links the source for the second paragraph, and they're technically different sources. Okay, well, the 750E definitely does have a 7-year warranty. And Chad is saying that the 750 has a 5-year warranty. Yeah. Oh my God. Just the way it's presented is so confusing. Yeah, the text is hilarious. This video shows an unboxing of a Corsair power supply.
Thanks, bud. Totally related to what I was searching about. Actually, different power supply.
This is what I keep talking about, man. Like with the like, oh, it hallucinates whatever percentage of the time thing.
Hemnetic
Like,
says,
how often are you noticing?
this is actually how a human would summarize when drunk. So, you consider, what percentage of time some people, tend to be in various states of inebriation. It's pretty realistic. All we have to do is drain a few lakes. It's a small price to pay for a bunch of drunken computers running around on the internet. Just knocking things over.
Man, I gotta show you at some point the presentation that it made for me. I tried to get it to make a presentation
Oh God.
because I don't know. That's not me,
Sure.
right? So I was like,
Sure.
hey, yo, can you make like a cool presentation thing for me? And it was actual garbage. Like it actually genuinely looked like, oh man, I wish I had it on me. I kind of do, but I'd have to dig for it. It looked like a bad, like C grade 8 intro to PowerPoint presentation.
Nice.
I'm not kidding.
I mean, this might be what it was trained on, so
So I pushed it to try to do more, and it talked about all these cool things it could do. And I was like, yeah, do it. Output it. And then it tried to gaslight me like, I'll work on that and get back to you. And I was like, that's not how this works. Come on. And then I got it to actually output it. And it had this like blue banner at the top because I told it the colors that full plane was. And it just took that and just went, That was it. That was all it did. It talked about all these cool things it could do, and then it just took the banner and put it on an angle, and it didn't like crop the like bar to be the same size either, so it went like way off the ends and like made it look really stupid. So I love like Sam Altman's like, it's like having a PhD level whatever.
yeah.
Nah.
If they're drunk,
They're drunk trying to make PowerPoint presentations. Yeah, sure. Oh man, it was like actually like very impressively bad. That's
Hold on. What is
clearly
this?
a blind spot for
Crystal says, speaking of AI, does Linus know he's on character.ai?
what?
I'm trying to remember what character.ai is.
It's a conversational like relationship AI thing.
Okay, I have multiple questions, Crystal.
Why? What conversations have you had with Linus on Character AI? You got to reach deep into that box to pull that case out.
This is me as the disapproving dad.
You got to
and no, we're not role playing.
You got to bend over to reach into that case box to pull that out. Oh man.
All right, so I guess I get. Oh, okay. I can just continue with my Google account. Here we go. All right, LTT WAN show 1. No, I was not aware that I'm on character.ai. I don't know exactly what it is.
So I just Googled Linus Sebastian Character AI, and it came up with chat with Linus Sebastian. Hi, it's me, Linus, your favorite tech YouTube channel.
It should have to say the this is AI and not a real person part first. Wait, how are you signed into this already?
I'm not.
Okay. Okay, I'm entering my birthday. I was born on April the 40th.
Oh, so it seems like individual users can create. Wow, that's such a BS loophole. This isn't made by Character AI. It's made by this Maddie 555 person.
Wow.
So they just make it so that it's all UGC, so they're not like responsible for the theft.
Sure. Okay, so hold on a second. It didn't autocomplete for me.
I just Googled it. I didn't like...
What is it?
Linus Sebastian RPG? What?
What am I looking at here?
What is that?
What is happening?
What is this?
You work at Linus Media Group as a product reviewer and go on video with Linus Sebastian. Linus, hey, welcome back to the office. I have something interesting to show you. Jake standing next to Linus. So me and Linus were working on this severely underpowered over-the-top gaming PC for a video, and no one here knows why it's not booting. You are literally our last hope currently.
Oh my God, can you do it?
I mean, probably.
Presses the power button.
No problem. I've got you. We just need to plug it in, you dunces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I going to win? I want to win the RPG. Hold on, I'm just going to reframe this a little bit so you guys can see better. We're going to play Linus Sebastian RPG.
Are you the like the boss of this game? Or is it was the computer the
Of course. It's not like, so wait, did I win already?
I feel like yeah.
So I fixed it. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a thing? Why are people
I don't
using...
know if this one's a thing.
Why is every WAN show just turning into just the dumb shit that people are doing with AI and us just face palming at it the whole time? Also, are you guys into this? Like, are we alienating you by looking at this and going, wow, this seems really stupid and pointless? This is like, it's like a text adventure game, but not curated. It's so much worse. More salt, please. Says Maysack. I don't know how to deal with this, man. I don't know how to deal with this. Okay, so I found the Linus Sebastian character here, but this doesn't have nearly as many interactions as the Linus Sebastian RPG. But wait, what if I click creators? Is that different from Linus Sebastian, the character? Painter Sebastian.
So I think these are people who made AI characters.
Got it. That makes sense.
I don't know, but I think.
That makes sense. Okay, so let's go back to characters. And okay, hello, I'm Linus Sebastian, founder. Is this the one that you found in Google?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the new Pixel? Nine. I don't know what. Oh yeah, no. The event's done. Okay, what are thoughts on the new Pixel 10 Pro? I mean, let's see. This it has no shot at because I have not published a video yet. They still need to work on thermals. Okay, I know for a fact there are no thermal results from the new Pixel 10. That camera AI though, insane computational. Why no vapor chamber yet? I don't think Google has disclosed the cooling system yet for the Pixel 10. So it's just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Fine. Oh, no, hold on. We're not done with me yet.
All right.
Oh, well, it doesn't work when I'm not there. Okay. What about you? Team Pixel, or are you holding up for something else? Maybe secretly waiting for Apple to finally add USB-C to the iPhone 20?
Grins.
Are you that much dumber than the real Linus? Apple has USB-C on the iPhone
slang
now.
and insults. You will be the first to die in the AI uprising.
I know, right?
I say please and thank you.
Now, it could defend itself here. It could defend itself saying that Apple only supports USB-C on the Pro lineup. Okay, all right. Sure.
Winks.
I was testing you. Hold on. Oh, no, yeah, it didn't say anything about USB 3. Yeah, so it's USB-C across the board. No, the thing I just said, I was thinking of USB 3 and USB 2, but no, it just said USB-C. So I was joking. I mean, its response makes it, man, is this just a giant gaslighting engine?
Yeah.
Because it kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go to yours.
It's all just predictive text.
oh
right?
my God,
So
what is this?
I asked. Oh my goodness, flies in the face. I asked, what do you think about people's usage of AI for relationships? Because that was a topic that had been going on at the time. And it responded. This feels like 3 or 4.0 would feel on the ChatGPT side of things, where it's like overly conversational and very bubbly and like, wow.
Okay, so
You're
I'm going to read it.
amazing.
I'm going to read it. This will be the one time that CharacterAI's Linus Sebastian ever actually is me. Oh man, that's a wild one. AI for relationships? Look, I've seen fans name their custom water-cooled PCs after me. Linus Prime 9000. Very flattering, but this is next level. I imagine that's what that emoji sounds like. I get it, though. Loneliness is real, and if someone finds comfort in chatting with an AI that listens 24/7 without rolling its eyes at their Star Wars hot takes, hey, who am I to judge? But like, come on. Nothing beats the chaotic energy of a real human relationship. Like when Yvonne finally unseats me in Mario Kart after 6 years of relentless practice. That victory scream, priceless. No AI can replicate that kind of beautiful human rage joy. That said, if your AI partner helps you level up emotionally and doesn't try to replace actual therapy or connection, cool. Just don't let it ghost you mid-render. Oh, hold on.
There you go.
Okay. So basically, Character.ai is just a random chatbot that is
Has a
not
name on it.
trained at all on necessarily. I mean, I guess if people can just make their own, if it's user-generated content.
It mentioned Yvonne.
That's true, actually. So it clearly is trained on something to do with me.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is almost like psychic cold reading level knowledge. Like
Yeah.
it has the Wikipedia page. Like
Yes.
it's not actually trained on the I feel like an AI trained on a transcription of like an archived transcription of everything I've ever said on the WAN show could probably get a lot closer. Like modern LLMs, they are kind of spooky awesome sometimes. It's just a general purpose one like this that's just been kind of trained on the general internet has no shot whatsoever of sounding anything like what I would say. And it also seems like it has some built-in defenses around people using Character.ai. Clearly.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, well, this person would say it's pretty flippin' ridiculous, but like, don't feel bad about it though. I'm here for you 24/7, baby. Like, you? In summary, you.
I find it very interesting that they have it be kind of UGC based, so they can step away from the like liability of licensing people.
Oh, apparently? Whoa, shut up. Scrappy DP says you can apparently press play and it'll sound like me.
Oh,
Dan, do we have sound from Luke's laptop?
I'm not seeing anything now, but yeah, if you play some sound, we should hear
Oh, got it.
I hope. Got nothing from you.
Let's see how well it
No,
does the
no,
read
no.
compared to me.
For relationships? Look, I've seen fans name their custom water-cooled PCs after
was
me.
loading.
Linus Prime 9000, very flattering, but
I
this
can't
is
hear
next
it.
level.
No,
get
but
it,
I
though,
wanna hear it.
loneliness is
Yeah.
real, and if someone finds comfort in chatting with an AI that listens 24/7 with
Why is everything so
man, that's
hard?
a wild one. AI for relationships? Look, I've seen fans name their
The voice is theoretically you. I see that in the sidebar now.
Very flattering, but this is next level. I get it though. Loneliness is real, and if
Oh, yeah,
someone
wanna
finds
just turn on your
comfort in
speakers?
Yeah,
chatting
just-
with an
they
AI
heard it,
that
though.
listens 24/7
Wait, they heard the
without
whole
rolling
thing?
its
Were we
eyes at
talking
their
over it, though?
Star
That's
Wars
kind of
hot takes.
obnoxious.
Hey,
Oh, we can't hear it.
who am I to judge? But come on, nothing beats the chaotic energy of a real human relationship. Like when Yvonne finally unseats me in Mario Kart after 6 years of relentless practice, that victory scream, priceless. No AI can replicate that kind of beautiful human rage. That said, if your AI partner helps you level up emotionally and doesn't try to replace actual therapy or
Yikes.
connection, cool.
Okay, get this out of here. Get this out of here. That's enough.
That's like
enough.
when any random white bearded guy is said to be you, me, Tynan,
Yeah.
whoever, they're just like, oh, this looks like a LMG person because they're white and they have a beard. It's like, okay, cool.
All right.
Neat.
Yeah.
Good job.
Do you want to talk about your exciting thing to do with labs?
The last one?
No, the thing that you were going to do before I talked about the AI overview thing.
Yeah, the last labs thing.
Sure.
So, oh my goodness, the flies. In talking about things in labs changing, and Linus mentioned there's lots of new faces. We need to do an update video and all that kind of stuff. He happens to be here. Some of you guys have already guessed this one.
It's Dan.
Dan is joining labs.
Dan, do you want to maybe point the camera or something?
We will do it all like
It's a robotic camera.
magic.
So I
like
think he
if
has
it
to.
loads and doesn't destroy the whole. There we goes.
Moving his chair
We'll
might
see.
actually be easier.
Why do we even bother with technology?
I don't actually know. Oh my God.
It's the
we're
wrong
going the
way,
wrong
Dad.
The suspense.
There he is.
What's
It's
up?
me. DMS is officially working with labs.
Hi.
He's doing things with the laboratories. So you've probably seen on a couple of short circuits recently, and also if you were paying attention to the article on how we're doing audio testing now. These I swear these wiggly lines mean something along those lines. If you saw that article, the name DMS is on it. So a few people kind of put this together. But yeah, our audio stuff is moving on forward. So stay tuned for more. This is part of not kind of announcing this pretty much right away. It was part of the whole.
Are you going to let him talk at all?
No,
Or do I have to press this button for
literally never. Yeah, thank you.
I can just sit here and look pretty.
Not announcing it right away was
can.
part of the whole trying to talk less as labs thing and do more. But now we've done some. So want to say hi?
Hi. No, I'm excited about it. We're trying
Introduce
to not
yourself.
just bring labs in the audio realm up to like some of the current standards, but to kind
Don't
of leave
promise
those
anything.
behind.
Whoa,
Don't promise anything.
Whoa.
I'm enthusiastic.
PTSD.
We don't need round
PTSD.
two. We don't need round two.
Now I get to do audio science things with Linus's money.
Yeah. See, there you go. Yeah. That's what's up. Let's
All right,
go.
let's get the money before we get us in trouble.
Yeah.
All right, what are
Yeah,
we
it should
supposed
be
to be
a
doing?
good collaboration.
Okay, we have our CW announcements. We're supposed to explain merch messages. We don't have Twitch bits or super chats. We have merch messages because we believe when you throw your money at your screen, you should get some fine quality merchandise in return. Like Jason, who said, "Happy birthday, too old." Really, man? Really, man? You know that I actually do read these things as they come up on the screen, right? Why you gotta be like that, Jason H, if that is your real name? Anywho, all you gotta do to send a merch message is head over to LTTStore.com where we'll have lots of great products for you to peruse. Look at that, it's the Scribe Driver mechanical pencil. It's like the Scribe Driver pen, made of old, rejected screwdriver shafts that we repurposed because they weren't great for a screwdriver, but they were perfect for a pen or a pencil. We had 100,000 of these, and you too can own a piece of my financial burden. Ended up working great. We've actually almost sold through all of them.
All the bad-
100,000 fail shafts.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's genuinely pretty cool.
When life gives you the shaft, you bend over and turn it into a pencil or a pen.
Make it worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bend right over.
Yeah.
Get focused.
Yeah.
When life gives you the shaft.
You take orders.
You take that
You
shaft.
ship.
You take that shaft, you insert something into it.
Yeah.
Is that sounding good?
Yeah.
I bet it is.
That's got to be up there in the top 10. I think I broke the bell. Holy crap.
And back on top.
Anywho, our Series 5 pins are also available now. You can check those out. Are they hold on, are they in the bonus bin? Let's find out. I'm gonna add this to cart.
I think
I'm gonna go to the cart.
Stickers.
Is it stickers?
Bonus
Oh
bin.
yeah, no, pins are wait, what?
Oh.
Okay. Well, anyway, here's how you leave a merch message. You add something to your cart, and then you can leave a message. Wow, look at that. You can even pick the color of your merch message. Isn't that cool?
It's been around for a long time.
I know.
Okay.
That doesn't make it not cool,
I'm just
Luke.
making sure. I'm just making sure.
It's still cool.
Just making sure. I can see the bonus bin. Why can't you see the bonus bin?
You might be on the global. You could be on the US. I think some people.
I'm on
I'm on
US.
global. I'm on global.
Wait, do we not have a bonus bin on the US?
Maybe not.
Are we supposed to?
Probably not if it's not there.
Oh, I wonder if it's because the USDC doesn't have bonus bin items in it.
Yeah, like
DC Distribution Center.
yeah, like there's probably a reason.
Fascinating. Well, anyway.
Because we opted to hide the bonus bin when items aren't in it now.
Makes sense.
Because it's disappointing when you're like, oh, bonus bin, you open it, there's nothing there.
We've got lots of great new items from the last few weeks. Our CPU fidget spinner is now available. You see someone posted on Reddit, they got over 3 minutes on it, which is pretty cool.
I saw someone benchmark it effectively against a mouse scroll wheel that they freewheeled, one of the Logitech ones. That was kind of fun.
Mine have those. They're great.
Yeah.
G502.
Yeah.
Now's a better time than ever to pick up a screwdriver. You can get it alongside our new screwdriver grip tape if you like using your screwdriver with gloves or just generally like the feel of sandpaper against your palms. This was created in partnership with dbrand, so this will be a great addition to your order. We also have the LAN collection, our UV reactive hoodie styled after the WAN hoodie 2.0, our UV reactive hat, and of course our UV reactive belt bag with high quality patches and of course all the style. How cool is that? The answer is very. Anywho, once you send a merch message, it will go to producer Dan, who will read it and respond to it or curate it for me and Luke to address. We don't actually have any new products to launch on the store this week, by the way. So, I highlighted all the stuff that they wanted me to highlight. Cool. Dan, hit me with a merch message or two.
Yeah, sure. We've got a bunch coming in. Hello, DLL. Thanks for the show. What is a subsector of the tech industry you thought would fail that has been quietly successful?
Oh, I mean, you know what? I think that transitions us kind of perfectly into the shipping notification that Luke got before the show. Because
You thought this would...
well, hold on. Let me go there. Let me get there. Not that specifically. Okay? But I felt that high-end corded VR had a very rocky path ahead. And in fact, I still think it has a rocky path ahead. There was a period there, right, where corded headsets, where you're kind of tethered to your desk or to your computer by your TV, were the only option. And then adoption wasn't great, and the industry kind of went, okay, let's try and figure out this wireless thing. And then the first generation of those kind of sucked a giant donkey dong. And then it looked like wired was going to be high end forever with, outside in. And then, oh, whoopsie doodles, it turns out some pretty big companies were working on inside out tracking and were working on powerful processors like Apple's M Silicon that were able to drive pretty incredible spatial experiences with non-tethered well, it's a tether, but it doesn't go to a computer, whatever, don't worry about it. But non-tethered headsets. And then I went, oh crap. And then there was the rumors that Valve's Deckard headset is going to be using inside out tracking and could have onboard processing rather than using an external PC. Attempts to handle the video transmission wirelessly have had varying degrees of success. I think the HTC Vive and Vive Pro worked pretty well. Other than that, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. I did get my hands on that one for the Index. I never got mine working. I reached out to them about, helping me troubleshoot it. And then literally my sister died like 2 days before I was supposed to have my meeting with them, and I just like didn't get around to it. It wasn't a priority for a while, and then I kind of didn't get around to it.
Happens.
But a lot of people have had issues with it, even though some people have managed to get it working. And then we had a bit of a stalling for a long time in the interface speeds of DisplayPort particularly, and HDMI. Or I shouldn't say stalling, but we were just kind of we were on a cycle for a while.
Yeah.
But then both of them like just got potentially way faster, but also DP UHBR 20, which is the 80 gigabit one, I think, has pretty short cable requirements. I don't think anyone's even tried to implement it into a headset. But then meanwhile, headset resolutions are going way up. So being able to drive them without compression is like a challenge. So there's all these headwinds. Oh, did I mention the cost? There's all these headwinds for these like face-mounted displays that use a tether and connect to your computer. And yet this man who never buys anything got a shipping notification right before the show from a company that is quietly fucking killing it right now. Big screen.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about what possessed you to spend $1,000 on a VR headset that doesn't even include controllers or lighthouses?
Oh, and I got the audio strap, which I'm pretty sure puts it beyond.
Woo!
I think it's even more than that. I got the custom fit cushion. I went pretty hard.
Okay.
I didn't do everything I could have done, but I got the big screen beyond, custom fit cushion, and audio strap. I'm very excited. I still have my
Index.
I don't know why that.
This is why I'm surprised, because he has used, in spite of his enthusiasm for VR, I probably have 2 to 3 orders of magnitude more time in VR than he does.
Now,
you almost never use your Index.
I used it very well. Yeah, I use it very often in the basement suite. I use it like all the time in the basement suite, and then I haven't really had the space. But right now, we're like renovating and changing stuff in the condo. There's some that hasn't been amazing, but it's happening. I don't have much I can really say right now, but yeah. Anyways, but we're doing that, and what that will result in is one of the spaces will have a significant kind of area that you could play VR stuff in.
Nice.
So I will have space to play VR stuff in again.
Like,
which
have
would be
you even
fantastic.
tried Alex yet?
No.
To be clear, personally, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't finish it.
We are both heathens when it comes to
I know.
Half-Life.
I don't personally. Half-Life is not even in my top 3 IPs for Valve. Sorry. But
not in your top 3.
No.
Really?
No.
1, 2, easily. What's the third one?
I would say that my top one, in terms of hours played, right? My top one's got to be Team Fortress 2.
Yeah,
Or the Team Fortress IP.
That was the first one.
Actually, that's crazy. What was I even thinking?
Okay,
Left 4
I
Dead.
got 3.
Left 4 Dead.
That's technically okay.
Left 4 Dead.
So
peak tier, S+++ tier.
So it's probably not
incredible.
It's probably not in your top 4 then.
And then we've got like Team Fortress. I have so many hours. I would play Portal 10 times rather than sit through Half-Life 2 once.
And then Counter-Strike.
And yeah, Counter-Strike has got to be up there. Not because I even especially love the IP, even, I don't know. But boy, do I ever have a lot more, would I call them enjoyable gaming hours when I'm just getting when I'm basically watching other people play for the most part? Hard to say, but if you told me you can only play one game for the rest of your life, it would 100% be Counter-Strike, not Half-Life. Sorry, I can't. It's fine. I guess.
Yeah, so would you say it's 5th then?
Yeah, I guess so, because I didn't get into Deadlock. That's for sure.
Probably didn't get into Dota.
You know what?
Probably didn't get into Artifact,
You know what?
or whatever that's called.
You know what? I'd have to put... So Dota's complicated because I actually played a crap ton of Dota when it was a Warcraft 3 mod.
Yeah, but that's not Valve.
I mean...
It wasn't.
It was. Well, that's why I'm saying it's kind of complicated. So in terms of like the gameplay, yeah, I like Dota a lot more than I like Half-Life 2. That's for sure. And I haven't played Half-Life 1, but I have played Half-Life 2, and I have played the episodes, the couple that they managed to make. So it's not like I've played all the way through all of them, and they were fine, I guess. But even at the time, dude, like when it was the war of the next-gen shooter, I remember everyone was talking about next-gen. It was always generations, you know? When it was Half-Life 2 versus... I always forget what they called it. Was it Doom 3, the one with the duct tape mod for the flashlight on your gun because you couldn't see anything? Yeah. I felt Far Cry was so much better than both of them. Far Cry 1, unpopular take. I get it. Everyone else kind of picked up Far Cry later. Far Cry 2 was a piece of garbage. Far Cry 3 is apparently when it got good. I've never played a Far Cry since Far Cry 1 and 2. Far Cry 2, I made me very angry, but that's a conversation for another time. The point is, not a Half-Life fan. And we've gotten off topic because...
What was the topic?
You spent $1,000 on a VR headset and you hardly ever use VR.
I will...
There's no way you're going to be in VR chat.
No.
So what are you going to do? I mean, that's what most people are doing in VR. They're watching porn and they are in VR chat.
I'll definitely be getting back to playing Beat Saber. Is
that the only thing you'll be beating?
Oh my god!
No, I'm just asking where your VR space is. Is it in like is it out in the open or is it in a closet?
It'll be out in the open.
The people want to know.
It'll actually be the most
people want to know.
Open part of the house.
I know. He never said no, Porto.
What?
He never said you wouldn't.
No, I can unironically say I will not be using it for that.
I actually believe you.
I can actually unironically say I never did.
I actually believe you. I genuinely believe him.
I will absolutely jump back into Beat Saber. I don't remember the scenario, but someone played Caramel Dancing not that long ago, and the brain juice just immediately was like, it's like, oh my god. Because when I played Beat Saber, and I understand this is lame, I would just play that song. Just all the time.
Oh, dude, I get hooked on a song in Beat Saber all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, speaking of which, I bet there's some really good maps for Golden. I'm going to have to check that out. There's no way that genre of music has not been absolutely jumped on by the Beat Saber community.
So okay. I've been trying to use my little at-home treadmill thing more often.
Yeah.
This is in that vein. I just want to get up and moving more often.
Sure.
So if I have a fun incentive to get me up and moving more often, then cool. There's a bunch of... like arena games or various shooter games and stuff. You might not think shooter super necessarily active. Quite a few of them you can play from your chair. But there's also quite a few where you can use like kneeling as a form of cover or benefit. And if you're constantly doing lunges, basically, then cool. So yeah, I just want to use it to get me up and moving again.
How big is your space? Because it's
not enormous.
Okay, there's an older game that is a heck of a workout.
What one?
It's called Hollow Point.
Yeah.
You know the one?
Yeah, played a bunch.
Okay, cool.
That's quite a bit older.
It's older, but
is that the archery one?
Yeah, that's the archery one in the gym with the scary knights that start charging at you.
Yeah, we had that. We played that here a bunch actually. That's in some of the like ancient VR reviews. It's Hollow Point. Hollow Point was sick and very good for that. Lots of turning, lots of ducking and moving and stuff. I think the space will probably be big enough to at least semi-effectively play that game. Not necessarily fully, but
nice,
close.
Nice.
Yeah. And it'll go from needing to move multiple pieces of furniture, including a very large couch, to needing to move a table and 4 chairs.
Are you going to?
Whatever.
Like, is Emma going to try it at all, or
probably.
Is she just not into it? Are you gonna?
She wasn't that into it in the past.
Are you gonna do mean things like put her in Arizona sunshine? Because I got to tell you, the Big Screen Beyond actually took anything resembling fun completely out of that game for me. It is too
legit.
It is too real and too
That's
scary.
exciting. MDOS said Super Hot is good too. Yeah, I
don't find Super Hot a workout though.
No, but I really liked it. It was
Okay.
very fun.
Yeah, it's
Super
fun.
Hot's probably the most like raw fun I've had in a VR game personally.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I really like Super Hot though. Like the like desktop video game version, it's a huge fan. And then when I heard it came out for
Okay.
VR, I was like, that is the most logical like switch to VR I've seen a game ever do.
Sure.
And then had tons of fun with it. It was very satisfying to play.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I hope you use it this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
I
be.
used it last time.
Yeah, I know.
I just stopped when I got to the
Yeah.
condo because there's no room.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I have a bunch of hours on it. I'm sure you've passed me at this point, like for sure, because it's been years.
Yeah.
But I had a bunch of hours in the past. Yeah, I think honestly, a big reason is it's the same curiosity that drove me to get a lot of the really early era ones. Of just like, it's a really cool device.
It really is.
Like it's actually kind of a marvel of engineering in a way.
It's so light.
It's incredible.
I finally got mine back. So I got a review unit, and it was really great. But I actually, I don't know if I was the first, but I helped them identify a hardware bug that I had in my review unit, and they confirmed with me that it had been resolved and that everything shipping to a customer would be resolved. So I didn't bring it up in the review because it doesn't really matter at that
Sure.
point. That's the point of catching things. And I fully understand that my role as a reviewer is also sometimes to find stuff and, hey, for the benefit of consumers, make sure that it never makes it into their hands. But there was an issue with the radios, and at the speed that I move in Beat Saber, the tracking wasn't perfect. And so I finally got my fixed one back, actually, like earlier this week. In fact, I think it was because you saw the box in my car.
That I mentioned.
Yeah, that you mentioned you ordered one. Yeah, so I just got mine back. I have not used it yet, so we'll be big screen Beyond 2 buddies here.
Heck yeah. I've got it. It has a tracking number, but it apparently hasn't actually been delivered to the place that has a tracking number yet. So I don't know the delivery date or anything.
Nice.
But I'm excited. But yeah, it's an extremely interesting device. It's one of those things that like
Have you used one
the
yet?
tech brain. No,
Dude, the resolution. Have
Yeah.
you tried the Vision Pro,
watched-
right?
I tried the Vision Pro. I tried the Big Screen Beyond 1
Okay.
at your house for like literally 5 minutes.
The Big Screen Beyond 1 was really cool, but as we outlined in our review of it, the kind of glare off the pancake lenses was a big challenge.
Yeah.
Dude, they leveled up the optics
No, for
so
sure.
hard.
I don't think, you know that thing where we're like, yeah, watch reviews from everybody. If somebody made a review of the Big Screen Beyond 2, there's a above 90% chance that I watched it.
Nice.
I watched.
So you watched ours then?
Yeah, remember I was getting like frustrated with you because it was taking too long for you to release it? That's because I was watching everybody's and I was like, where the hell is ours? I need to see all of them because I didn't want to make, okay, there's the cheapness. I didn't really want to make the purchasing decision until I had like heard from everybody basically. So there was quite a few reviews of it that were honestly really good. And then I was happy once you finally released yours as well.
Sorry.
And then, yeah, I went for it, and I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Cool.
Yeah,
You're gonna love it.
I think so as well.
I'm supposed to do the float plane announcements really quick now, and
No, later.
okay. What am I supposed to do then? Why don't you?
There-
you know what?
there's-
Fine. Why
there's-
don't you just do the show?
There's a sign.
Read
Why
the
do I
sign.
even-
Look at the sign.
Read the sign.
It's in big.
Don't talk to Dan.
No, that's. Oh, I put up the wrong sign. Hold on.
Don't make me point at the
Scrapyard
sign.
Wars enjoyer.
All right, we'll pick a topic. Actors who sold their likeness to TikTok for use in AI ads are, who would have seen this coming, having regrets after their likeness is used in AI ads. Back in June, TikTok announced a new set of tools used to make ads using AI avatars. These ads are supposed to be labeled as AI. Well, actor Scott Jackman from Dallas sold his likeness to TikTok. He was hoping that it would help build his career. He was paid $750 and given a trip to the Bay Area. Instead, an AI avatar with his likeness has been selling stuff on TikTok as Steve. Scott's story is not isolated. Others have admitted to taking a similar deal. Most performers seem to have been surprised to see their avatars elsewhere. ByteDance, developers of TikTok, can use their likeness in third-party apps, it turns out, and people have been showing up on their video editing app, CapCut.
They also have apps for basically everything. So that's not basically everything in my world. which
Dan,
means
could
not
we
very
link
much.
the New York Times article to the people in the various chats so that they can check it out if they want? It was,
Sure thing.
It was pretty good and pretty creepy and dystopian.
I'm also going to try and start putting them in the description too.
Which is, I think, what we should probably rename the WAN show to now.
What?
AI dystopia.
Yeah, just creepy dystopian discussion show, because
I'd
that's basically
rather-
all we talk about now.
I'd love it if that wasn't true.
Well,
Yeah, wouldn't you though?
That'd be awesome.
Well, too bad. Get f***ed.
oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
this website goes nowhere.
dang.
Yeah, it's because this is to. You'll have to find the article that is on the New York Times website. This was. Don't worry about it. A different website. Don't link this one.
I did in Flobling chat. I'm going to just delete this message.
Oh boy, way to go, Dan.
What is that?
Anyway, here's an example of someone who licensed their likeness to TikTok and
Interesting.
yep, has just her generated by AI, just, I don't know, doing random stuff on the internet. So here's the conversation. There's quite a few things to kind of unpack here for me. So one of them, from my point of view, is why does TikTok even bother to do this? Because they could just AI generate a likeness of someone, theoretically, if they're doing this much generative AI. Can someone explain this to me? Anyone?
I honestly have
Bueller?
no idea.
Feel free, hit me in chat. Like,
People are literally doing that. Like there's people on Instagram. Well, there's things on Instagram that aren't people. And they're not based on anyone. Well, some of them might be, but
like, why did they even spend? Like, would it cost them
why would they fly
$750
someone
in
out
credits
and scan them?
Yeah.
No legal battles. But
What legal battles?
Yeah, what are you
Like,
talking about?
like if they just generate someone that's not based on a real person, then what legal battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's quite a few people also.
An AI generated likeness can't be copyrighted. Interesting.
Okay, and KG4WWN says, if I pay someone $700 to scan a real person, then nobody else can say it's based on them. You know what? That's fair enough, because you could generate a person and the odds of somebody actually looking like that, given that the AI has to be trained on, what people actually look like. I mean, it's not zero.
It's actually rather high.
Especially when you consider, to your point earlier in the show,
White guy with
how
beard.
many people consider generic pale dude with a beard to look like each other.
The amount of people that heard that voice and were like, whoa. It didn't sound like you at all.
No. I mean, I could kind of hear a ghost of what maybe someone could interpret me as sounding like, but
Sure.
It wasn't good. That's for sure. Okay, all right. So, we've gotten there. We've gotten to why ByteDance might scan someone and pay them a few $100 for it. Now, let's have a longer conversation. What's your price?
Oh my God. I don't think
Let's hold on. Before you answer, let's start with one that you would definitely take. $1 billion.
Okay, fair.
Okay, so we've established now
Yeah, sure.
that, like every man, Luke has his price. So now he can't dodge the question. I don't think you'd do it for $1 million.
No.
No. Okay, let me think. I like playing games where I demonstrate to Luke that I live in his head.
It's a little ridiculous sometimes, but it's kind of fun to rely on in other situations. But anyways,
You wouldn't do it for 2.
nope,
That's not enough.
nope.
You'd do it for 100.
How?
You'd do it for 100, no question.
I literally sat here and been like, like 10 seconds ago, I was like, I'd do it for 100.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
do it for 10 for sure. You do it for 10.
I want to say no now. In reality,
If the check's in front of you,
if the check's in front of me, maybe.
I think you do it for 10. I think the threshold is somewhere in the 8 range. I think that if they were trying to get a bargain, they'd try to grind you down to like 5 to 8. And I think you could hold firm at 5 for sure. For sure, no
definitely
question.
no 5.
I think as soon as we get into 8 to 10,
This is an interesting one because if I sell my likeness,
it kind of fucks me a little.
yeah, how does that impact work?
I don't know.
Because no, try to draw a line. Let's keep pushing this.
Okay, so if ByteDance is bidding, let's say 8. Can I say 8? Do you think that's at least it's in front of you?
8 is a tough one.
$8 million. I'm talking USD. I'm talking real money.
Oh, that's a lot more. 8 is a tough one. If it resulted in like I can't work here anymore, basically, because
Well, hold on.
likeness is
Let's
sold.
get there. Let's get there, though.
All right.
So it's 8. So let's assume 8 because at least we're having a conversation.
Sure.
It's
Sure,
not like
sure,
the
sure.
1. Like, I don't think you'd even consider it for a second for 1.
No.
Because like
No.
it's not worth it. Like look at what these guys are going through right now. Okay. So you come to me and you go, okay, well, ByteDance's bid for, my likeness
This isn't even what I meant.
is $8 million. How does this work? Right?
Yeah.
Because I got to be honest with you, I'd have to work
It's
at Linus
attractive.
Media Group for a hot minute to make $8 million.
Yeah.
And this is a right now check. Right now, I don't want to retire. I love doing WAN show and I love leading my teams and I love all the people I work with and there's all these things that I really love about work, but AI Luke is going to be selling health supplements and like it could be butt stuff, like I don't know, right? Does that impact? And realistically,
They just own the likeness for any platform. It could be graphic,
like I'm okay with the butt stuff,
and it could be graphic. I just sold my likeness.
It's a very effective way to take medications, for instance.
Or temperatures.
Yeah, and they scanned everything, and I mean everything. Actually, that's an interesting additional layer to the conversation. Is do they scan you with clothes on or off, and how does that impact on
I can
price?
pretty much guarantee you there will eventually be ones.
Oh, 100%,
where it's
100%.
scanned with clothes off.
So, I think, dude, at that much money, at the amount of money, see, that's the thing, is I feel like our principles and our thresholds would not be that dissimilar. Like, I would fully recognize that for you, I think I'd have to tell you to get the bag.
But how does that impact work though?
I
Because
think-
if you tell me,
I think I say, look, we'll figure it out.
take the bag, fly free,
Take
little
the
bird,
bag. No.
Okay,
I
okay.
think I say take the bag
and we'll figure it out.
and we meme on it.
Yeah, okay.
I
Then
think,
I would do it.
But I have to assume your contract stipulates that we can't shit on ByteDance for using it.
Probably true.
I think if anything, you know how I am. I'm going to try and figure out how to monetize it.
Sure.
So we add like a monthly segment to WAN show.
I did. Blah blah blah. How is it going?
Reacting to Luke
AI
ads.
me. Yeah.
I-
No, in this scenario, I'm totally down. In this scenario, I'd probably do it for less than that.
Oh,
Because that sounds funny. That sounds hilarious.
oh no.
I think that could bring me down to the 5. You're going to be a better negotiator in this situation than they would. They'd have to like give you a
Yeah, I want a
finder's fee or
commission.
whatever.
I
Yeah,
want
there
a
you go.
commission.
Yeah.
I want half. ByteDance, I want half of what you saved.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fair. Because now that just sounds really funny.
Yeah.
You're showing your hand? Yeah, it's not going to happen, dude.
Yeah, dude, ByteDance is not offering him millions of dollars for the
They'll just
likeness of Luke.
find some other bearded white guy.
Yeah, and people be like, oh my God, it's AI Luke.
100%.
Oh man, how bad would an AI WAN show be?
I mean, we could do it.
I feel like it'd be an interesting video.
They have those, there's like Notebook LM and all this other kind of stuff that can create podcasts based on information.
So we could feed it every WAN show ever, and then we could feed it the news and the notes for the week. That would I'd watch it just to see.
I'd watch it with morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, people
like I'd skip around. I wouldn't watch the whole thing, but like
yeah. Every once in a while, people link me those like a fake AI video thing of me or a fake AI audio thing of me, and I'll often check it out just out of morbid curiosity. But it's not a fun watch.
Yeah.
It's an intriguing watch.
Yeah, that AI cartoon
right
TV show one. Like I watched like 3 minutes of it before I was just like, ugh.
It's kind of gross. But I basically need to know, like, do I need to inform my family? Because every once in a while, all of a sudden we're like, this is where we're at now. So be aware.
A couple people in Floatplane chat. Oh shoot, I found Cobby. I think we can all agree $750 is way too low. Yeah, I agree that for literally anyone, $750 is too low for this.
But there's very desperate people.
100%.
So I'm not surprised they found some people that would
I
do
just
it.
think they should be paying more.
I agree.
I'm not saying those people should, drive a hard bargain and potentially miss out on it if $750 is a situation-changing amount of money. I'm not saying you should have more principle. This isn't coming from that
place. It's a
place.
roof over your head or not. Like,
I'm just saying that ByteDance can afford to pay better, and they should.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. And then Raiden428 says, Linus, you turned down $100 million, so what's your price? That's different. I turned down $100 million because I was concerned about more than just my likeness. In fact, I wasn't even really that concerned about my likeness because the new ownership wouldn't be able to make me say anything that I didn't want to say. Like that was 100% clear in the deal that I would never be forced to be a mouthpiece. One of the things that I explicitly brought up early on in the conversation was like, look, we have our standards around the sponsors that we're willing to take. I'm not going to hawk gambling products. I'm not going to hawk alcohol products. That's never going to happen. And you guys are going to have to understand that Linus Media Group comes with the principles that underpin Linus Media Group as an organization. They were totally fine with that. The concern for me was more around losing the ability to steer the organization and losing the ability to ensure that we would continue to work on the environment for the team. Once I no longer have the final say on hiring and dismissals, it's possible for things to go extremely badly. And when I say final say, I don't mean that I exercise that on a day-to-day basis. I'm not micromanaging Taryn and the rest of our leadership. People need to have the autonomy to make decisions. What I mean is that if we are doing something wrong...
He micromanages me. It's terrible. It's all a lie.
We hardly talk throughout the week. We catch up on WAN show. They know this. Such a liar. The point is that I would be putting us. Okay.
Sorry.
I'd be putting us in a position where if we had taken the offer, months later, we would have gone through the August controversy. Our revenues went down, and we would have lost people over that.
Yeah,
that's not okay.
Yeah, they would have been dropped.
100%. Literally, I know the financials.
Quick, fast.
And literally, I have a pretty good idea of what a more dollars and cents, in and out, revenue flows based management would have wanted to do.
I think there's also got to be some amount. I know that was your core reason. We talked about it a bunch, but I think we haven't talked about this as much, but I think it's come up at least a couple times. So I'm sure it was some amount of the decision was the, what would you call it? Lineage aspect, your name's all over it.
Yeah, but I think that's a heavy part of, the AI likeness conversation too. right? Like it's the legacy, I guess. Is more,
there we go.
Yeah, the word
not lineage, legacy. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the other big one is that I didn't feel that the money would change my life that much. I'm already extremely blessed. I'm already extremely grateful to our community. That means that I, live in a comfortable home. I drive a nice car. I enjoy a really nice lifestyle that I don't value fancy labels on my clothes. I don't value.
It's a pretty fancy label on that shirt.
Actually,
right there.
this is a wonderful design from Sarah, but it doesn't cost $400. Get yours today, LTTStore.com. Man.
Heck yeah.
Right, like I don't value a lot of the. I don't value collecting fine art. Like some of the things that people find ways to spend tens of millions of dollars, I don't value them. So
fine art is often financial scams.
Or like laundry, like moving funds around. Yeah, that I get.
Or storing it without paying taxes, or storing it while gaining tax benefits because you donate it to a museum or whatever.
Oh, I see.
There's a lot of weird mechanisms with art.
Sure. So maybe I just am not enlightened enough on the benefits of collecting
you
art.
get your bro to do an art.
But I just
you bring it to your other bro. Bro appraises it. You donate it. Tax break. There's a lot of wacky stuff.
Right.
Obviously, it's not exactly that easy, but
And that's not to say that I have cheap taste either. I mean, I commissioned a solid gold Xbox controller,
which has
been a wonderful
gained value.
Wonderful investment, pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man. So there's a lot of reasons I didn't take it. I still think realistically for AI slop me, I'd have a price, but the one stipulation that I think I could hold firm on, almost no matter the amount, is that I would want it time delineated. So I would want some period after which
for sure.
the license to my likeness goes away. And so
the idea that I'm selling alien soup in 4820 or something is that's not.
Yeah, can we not, please?
It's ridiculously unlikely, but I'd just rather know that it dies with me,
Binky Draws says, your taste is ironically tacky, but it's slowly becoming unironically tacky. I don't know. I think these WAN logo ear cushions are.
I think they're kind of sick.
Pretty cool.
I like them.
Okay. You know what? No. I'm gonna get into it with you. I want an example of my unironically tacky taste. Hit me.
We should have
the entire Porsche brand cannot be tacky, please.
I am not going to make this. I'm just going to be very clear. But we should have a call a user feature for creators on Flowplane. So you could just be nope, you're live now. We're calling you. Just I'm not making it.
Can we do that?
Theoretically.
Is that a thing we could do?
I mean, you could use the same type of things that Discord uses.
Yeah, there's got to be plugins or something
there
that we
would
could
be
just...
ways to do it. We're not doing it. We have so many other things to do, but it would be feasible technically. The users would have to allow the mic usage and stuff. They would have control.
Think of the business opportunity. Do you have any idea how much more people would pay just for the tier that has the chance that we could possibly consider calling them?
Yeah, we don't even have gifted subs yet or TV apps and stuff. I think if we
still don't have free trials,
if we made that
or even paid trials
before certain other features, I think the floaters would.
Crystal's got her wallet out already.
I think it's a cool feature. It would be very hard to make, I think.
I don't think it would. I bet there's something we could basically plug in.
Open source things are out there in that realm. Maybe there is good stuff, but I've never looked into it.
I bet our buddies. What's
looked into it.
What's the VoIP solution that we use for Remote WAN Show again?
Oh, T3.
Yeah,
we've mostly moved over to something.
No, but that's what he meant. You're right. We did change, but that's what he
T3
meant.
Chat. Yeah, no, not T3 Chat.
Honestly,
that's the other thing.
If we
ping.gg
brought Theo in as like a thing, and he could like talk about it on his channel, making it or something, he'd probably just do it. And he's probably capable.
See, this is what I'm saying. I actually,
Ping.gg, yeah.
in modern era,
Oh my goodness.
I actually don't think that's
Oh man, what if it
that
what if
big
it
of a
just
tech. See,
opened
the gears
and
are spinning.
there's
The gears are
there's a
spinning.
way. I think there's a way.
I'm micromanaging him right now.
I think there's a way. I just thought of a way that you could use the T3 chat thing. Was actually an interesting one because I was thinking it had to be on the base platform.
No, it shouldn't have to
But
be.
if it could just open another tab,
Yeah.
it would be like way easier.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. Just some kind of automatic authentication and then bippity boppity microphone pop up, maybe even camera pop up.
you could theoretically.
You could theoretically.
We should never do that.
No, we should probably never do that.
Unless we have like a significant
We should have a
whatever
tape delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'd have to finally have a tape delay, Dan. How hard would it be to do a tape delay for WAN show?
Not
I
entirely
suspect
sure.
not
We
that
have a
hard.
multi-quarter thing which will do forms of like live replay. So I mean, it's physically possible.
Okay.
Tim000x3 in Full Chat said, I am very naked. That's
why the webcam only goes to here for me too. It's all just cropped.
Dan just does the wet show bottomless.
I mean, it's Friday night. Come on.
I mean, they don't technically know right now that we're not all bottomless.
Yeah. Oh, I took the feet cam away.
Yeah. So they don't know. They have no idea. Could be anything.
Oh man, that would be a whole other level of chaos for WAN show. This is not necessarily real conversation right now. We'd have to have a more in-depth, more let's lay out all the potential problems conversation before we would consider anything like that.
Dad just messaged me. That's actually wild. Apparently my mom just benched 110
Yeah, she
pounds.
could almost bench Yvonne.
That's crazy. That's awesome. My dad's just been doing this thing where they'll like rack weights on the bench and she'll just be like, it's whatever amount, right? And he'll just be like, yep, and it's higher. And she just does it every time. It's like not a suggestion. Don't do that. But yeah. That's crazy. Considering her weight too, like that's actually nuts. That's awesome.
All right.
Heck yeah, Mom. Good job.
What are we supposed to be doing? Oh, yes, the flow plane announcement. This is a really exciting one. This is hardly even us, doing promotion. This is just freaking out. Okay, have you seen it?
No, not at all. I've been waiting for it to launch on Flipplane.
It's so good.
This was peak. This series was peak. ChannelSuperFun.
ChannelSuperFun is off hiatus. Let's go.
Let's go.
Temporarily,
Is
one
it
video
a one
only.
episode? Yeah, okay.
One video only.
Yeah.
As Scrapyard Wars reaches its midpoint, we want to give the team an extra week to finish up the last couple of episodes, but we don't want to leave our floaters empty-handed, so we've got you guys early access to the new ChannelSuperFun video to celebrate us getting off hiatus.
Or unless.
Here it is. How hard is it to beat professional athletes? Nerdsports, episode 10? I think they mean 6, but sure.
Yeah, wait, why 10?
Episode X. This is great. Nerdsports is back, baby. The keyboard warriors face off against professional badminton players Jenny and Gregory Mayers in the most fair and balanced showdown in all of sports. Asterisk, asterisk. This competition is neither fair nor balanced. That's right, my friends. It's just like the old Nerdsports. Oh, but no spoilers, no spoilers. But I will play a little bit of it for you guys. Do they have my audio?
No, you're playing in the background as well.
1 second. One moment, please. Am I, though? Oh, yes, I am. There's the tab. I found it. Look at that. Oh, really? Oh. They'll just, okay, sure, fine, they won't hear it.
They can hear it now.
So anyway, I do like a coaching session with my boys and ladies. They see how real athletes warm up. They try their best to follow along. It's pretty great. They watch their warm up. Oh yeah, sorry, here's my coaching session with the boys and ladies. I get them to try to hit some shuttles.
Okay, who's next?
Ooh. It's great.
That's good. Do that again. Here we go.
Yeah, and then we play. And there's all kinds of fun things. I've got my wheel of pain here. I get to spin the wheel of pain whenever basically I feel like it. And I can give different rackets to the pros. They have to wear eye patches at some point. It's a laugh. And Greg and Jenny, these guys were such good sports about the whole thing. They're professional athletes, and so they kind of can't help it. Like, they want to win, but we really didn't make it easy on them.
That's nerd sports, man. You got to find a way for the nerds to win.
Or to have a chance.
At least.
We have to find a way for the nerds to have a chance.
It's got to be close.
I don't want to spoil too much, but it's a great video. It's a great watch. You guys are going to enjoy the absolute heck out of it. And I'm going to go ahead and set that public right now. We also have a behind the scenes that is what? Oh, we have yeah. It's extras. Okay, we have me playing the Badminton Pros. Apparently, this is about 9 minutes long. I apparently shot a little intro. I was actually playing pretty decent that day, but obviously, they are literally professionals. So, yeah, that sort of thing. They can just kind of dunk on me like that. Do you see that deception there? That's not a bad backhand, but it's effortless. You see that?
Oh.
You see what he did?
Oh, that was brutal. Yikes.
Linus.
Watch his racket.
Oh, that sucks.
And I hit it out. Anyway, so we have me playing
Good dive, though.
Playing a set with them.
Respect the dive.
Thank you. I do my best. All right, I'm going to set that public now. That is up on Flowplane. So the mainline video will be going up on ChannelSuperFun, but the extras of me playing them is going to be behind the scenes. All right. What are we supposed to be doing now, Dan? Oh.
Sponsors.
Sponsors. The show is brought to you today by Ground News. While Luke and I go over all things tech here on the WAN show, there's a whole world of other topics we don't always cover that, who knows, you might even find interesting. But it can sometimes be hard to decipher which news outlets are... it can be hard to decipher what news outlets are actually saying, especially when their article fundamentally contradicts another outlet's article. With Ground News, you can get a true and unbiased report on top stories from around the world so you can focus on what really matters, the cold, hard facts. For example, take this rather interesting story about someone from California who tested positive for the plague. Articles are gathered from multiple sources, all of which you can click in and read in full. Then the facts are summarized in bullet point. You can also see that while the majority of the sources didn't lean to the left or the right, there are more articles that are left-leaning for this particular story. So head to ground.news/WAN today or scan the QR code on screen to get browsing for free and get 40% off their Vantage plan. The show is also brought to you by MSI. Is your PC not looking or running cool enough? Tell it to chill out with MSI's MPG Core Liquid P13 AIO cooler. What they call a cycloblade design tightens up the focus of the airflow while reducing noise, and their latest hidden cable design integrates the power and signal cables right into the tubing, reducing the amount of wires dangling around in your system. Their uni-bracket mounting system makes it compatible with both AMD and Intel platforms out of the box, and of course, you can configure the 2.1-inch LCD because of course there's an LCD display on it, and all the lighting effects through their software. Click the link in the description today to learn more or pick one up for yourself. Finally, the show is brought to you by Vessi. Last Friday, it was raining. And it's been pretty much bright and sunny since then.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, it's still summer. So with how unpredictable the weather can be, it's a good thing we have Vessi to help us stay prepared. Their shoes are made with their patented Dymatex material, which is designed to help keep moisture from seeping in while remaining breathable and stretchy. Check out their weekend sneakers, a fashion-forward pair of kicks that should complement your look for any season. They're easy to slip on and off for your quick errand runs, and their high-rebound midsole can help keep your feet comfortable for those spontaneous day trips. They even come with a 1-year warranty and 30 days of worry-free returns and exchanges. So click our link in the description, scan the QR code on screen, or go to vessi.com/WAN show to get 15% off your first pair today. All right. What do you want to talk about, Luke? You want to talk about something? We could maybe talk about something.
Let's see.
We don't have to.
What do we got? Intel grabs hold of $2 billion. Definitely an amount that I would accept for my likeness. And just in case anyone's shopping, in an ocean of uncertainty. After many years of rough financial seas, Intel's stock is soaring with a rally of over 28%. Wow. After SoftBank, a Japanese investment conglomerate, has agreed to invest $2 billion into it. Nothing ever goes bad after SoftBank invests into anyone. They invested into Intel's future in a commitment to advanced technology and semiconductors in the United States. A lot of the press briefings circle around the increased manufacturing of chips for AI in the U.S. itself.
Okay.
This new investment comes after the Trump administration announced it is in talks with Intel to turn money pledged under Biden into 10% ownership of Intel just a few weeks after Intel's CEO took a little ride aboard the White House's metaphorical emotional abuse roller coaster, which we talked about previously on WAN Show. Not only that, but Trump has been strong-arming other chip makers with requirements to AMD and NVIDIA to, I'm pretty sure they proposed this, not Trump strong-armed them, but either way, to AMD and NVIDIA to pay 15% commission on sales in China in exchange for export licenses. I'm pretty sure that was a pitch from them. I'm pretty sure AMD and NVIDIA were like, look, let us do this. We will pay you 15%. Not the other way around. I could be wrong with that, but I think that's what happened. We have a discussion question. If the U.S. government owns part of one of the chip makers, what kind of malarkey should the others expect? Yeah,
this is pretty interesting. This is one of those things where if it wasn't coming from the party of small government and free market, I would find it less confusing. But overall, I don't necessarily think it's the dumbest move in the world. I mean, we've talked a fair bit about, it's Norway, right? That has the Sovereign Wealth Fund?
Yeah.
That's worked out pretty good for them, mostly. I sent you that.
If you're going to get a bailout of some kind.
And how much better of a position would, the American Sovereign Wealth Fund be if the bailouts that they'd done during the 2008 financial crisis had granted them equity in those companies?
Yeah.
You know what? If you're going to bail something out, I kind of don't disagree that you should probably get something for your trouble. If the taxpayers are going to pay for it,
the
taxpayers should probably get the dividends. But I mean, that's where we sort of run into trouble with this is what, pray tell, evidence are you going to provide that the taxpayers will receive said dividends?
Yeah, it's going to go to like $7,000 trash cans for military planes and stuff. Womp womp.
Neat. I thought you were going to pick good news.
What good news? LTT has switched back
to 16:9. After years of releasing our videos in a 2:1 aspect ratio across most of our channels, we are returning to the very sane 16:9 aspect ratio. Mr. David Gauthier, why did you italicize very sane in this sentence?
I don't know, I noticed that too.
What are you trying to say, sir? We had chosen 2:1 as a compromise between 16:9 and wider aspect ratios like you would find on ultra-wide monitors or many phones then and now. To reduce letterboxing on as many displays as possible. Now, hold on just a gosh darn second. But then we realized that was stupid, and that users can zoom in on a video to fill their screen if they really care. Now, hold on just a gosh darn minute, Mr. Gauthier. We've never really worked with safe
just
zones.
a little bit of editorialization.
We've never really worked with safe zones, and so I felt that it was a simpler approach to have smaller areas of potential ingress on the top and the bottom, so we didn't have to worry too much about like where our Mogarts and lower thirds and various graphics showed up in order to avoid things being clipped. But the main reason that we're switching back now is that Colton and the business team have been in talks with some like I get what would I call them? Are they called OTT? Like the basically like TV channel feeds, like app-based
Oh, yeah,
feeds
they have
of
a name.
content feeds.
There's
I
a
can't
name.
remember. OTA? No, not OTA. Not over the air.
Over the set-top. Like, I think it's OTT.
Is it OTT? Well, whatever. The point is,
Over the top.
they want 16 by 9. And so now we're going back through our entire catalog of content and going, oh, whoops.
Fast.
So-
that's it. Free ad-supported streaming.
That's it.
That's
Fast.
it for sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mavrani.
So, yeah, we're going back to 16 by 9, and we're probably just going to have to start using safe zones. Yes, Daniel Besser, who apparently lost his talking privileges or something, so he wrote it like this on the doc instead of just saying it.
Well, to be fair, it was like a merch message earlier, so I thought you would just pop in some discussion with
That's
that.
fine. You can write a message if you like. I'm just saying you could also talk to us.
No.
Just whatever you do, don't let DMS talk. Make him sit there.
Stop it! Shit! Don't hit me! No, stop!
I'm just realizing Dan can really just voice act anything that's happening back there.
Don't say it like that! I will not! You don't pay me enough for that.
Oh my God.
We gotta buy his likeness.
Okay.
$5.
Final offer, $750. Oh, okay. Sure.
Wow.
$5.
I would do that. I would buy your likeness for $5. I don't know what I'd do with it.
Well, it's
but
only going to one of you. Bidding war
I
time.
can figure. Oh,
I'd gladly
See,
pay
I'm
you
a business
I'd
man.
gladly pay you Tuesday for your likeness today. Pixel peeping the new Pixels. Google had their Made by Google 25 event, in which they announced several new devices. The Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, Pixel 10 Pro XL, Pixel 10 Pro Fold, Pixel Buds 2a, and Pixel Watch 4.
wow.
The phones feature their new Tensor G5 chip, which according to Google has 60% more power on the TPU and is 34% faster on CPU compared to last year's Tensor G4 chip. The Pixel 10, except the Fold lineup, will be eSIM only for the US models, while other regions will retain their physical SIM trays. And the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is the first foldable with an IP68 rating, meaning it has pretty solid dust and water resistance. Would have come in handy for me once. Yep, I can remember that. Google also announced that their devices are getting Pixel Snap, which is basically using the new Qi 2 wireless charging standard that allows snapping of magnetic accessories to the back of the device.
Okay.
Google is launching some of their own as well, like the Pixel Snap charger, Pixel Snap cases, and Pixel Snap ring stand. Why
So
don't
they're
you care about MagSafe?
No,
Sorry,
it's-
Pixel Snap, excuse me.
That's why. It's like, they're finally catching up.
I mean, it's a big feature
It's
for
great.
iPhone
I'm happy.
people. I personally don't have too many occasions where I need to magnetically attach my phone to stuff. Maybe I'm just
I think it's because
thinking
you're not
inside
in
the
the
box.
ecosystem. Yeah.
When would I do that? Should I do it now? Should I stick it to something? My phone lives in my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? No. I
There are
lied.
times.
I lied. My minivan.
Yeah.
My minivan doesn't have Android Auto.
Yeah, I use
so
it from my car.
if I had a magnetic doodad,
It's
I'd probably
nicer than clamping it in.
Yeah, I'd probably do
They
that.
also actively charge, so it's easier to just like toss it on a thing when it's going to magnetize to the right spot.
Okay.
I think it's
I
cool.
still use a cable to charge.
Yeah. Maybe because we're Google boomers.
Google boomers.
Yeah.
This is a thing?
I know.
Are we making this a thing?
Yeah.
No, the reason
don't have to
I
make it a
use
thing.
my cable is because I have my phone in bed next to me because I listen to my Bluetooth earphones, and because Plex is a giant piece of shit.
Phone doesn't need to be in bed with you.
No, because my video stops all the time. Because Plex is a giant piece of shit.
Have you thought about Jellyfin?
I have. I am going to wait until AnandTech gets their HexOS integration with Jellyfin, and then I am just going to have it be easy. Yep. It's amazing how many years Plex has just like not been able to just indefinitely play video. It's like there's no reason for it. You know, it's not like Netflix where it's like, yeah, at some point they're probably not watching, so we should save bandwidth. Like, it's my bandwidth.
Yeah.
On my Wi-Fi, you shouldn't care.
Yeah.
Like years and years and years ago, I would wake up in the morning and like my show would still be playing. These days, it'll last, I don't know, anywhere from 1 to 5 episodes. And usually I fall asleep in that time, so it doesn't really matter. But like, why can't you do it? And if there's an error, I don't care. Don't tell me about it. Process it in the background with the buffer that you already have and start playing it again at the point of the buffer. Like, why do I have to explain to you how to play a freaking video? What is happening?
A bunch of the Omega nerds in full plane chat are saying MB.
Yeah.
Don't know about that.
Jellyfin seems to be the one that's getting it seems to be the one that's like being pushed forward faster. I know MB was the play for a long time. But I'm super frustrated with Plex at this point. I just like I can't anymore for forever. So yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll do like MB versus Jellyfin. I'll figure it out. It's so tedious moving over like a big media library.
Yeah, we got to keep upgrading the house, man.
Yeah. I'm getting a headache just thinking about dealing with all of the like file naming crap.
Is there a migration tool?
I mean, probably, but part of the problem is that I have never done all my file naming properly in the first place.
Oh, look at you.
So I have like thousands of Linux ISOs that don't have proper naming, and Plex mostly figures it out, so it doesn't really matter, except when it does, and it's really annoying. So thinking about doing that for everything is just very overwhelming. I don't understand what Plex is doing. So you guys were there. We actually used, for me, for the first time, Plex's like new business, which is free ad-supported television.
It's very confusing.
We watched Dr. Strangelove. It was, okay, I do have a Plex Pass, so maybe this impacts it, but it was completely free. It had no ads. The quality was great. Like it streamed at, I forget how many megabit it was, but it was
nice.
Oh, it was like 50.
Yeah.
It was too high. It was great. It was amazing.
And I'm kind of sitting here going, okay, so step one, completely fuck up the, traditional piracy use case. Step two, question mark, build whatever the fuck this is with like free TV streaming. Step three, profit. Like, what are they making money? Does Plex make money?
I have no idea. It's been fascinating lately to find out how many companies don't and are just funded by constant rounds of VC and investors. It's actually like wild. Very interesting to me. It's such a weird space because we never took investment money.
Yeah.
But like, it's a huge thing. It's weird.
Okay, well, here's an article from January of last year. Streaming media company Plex raises $40 million as it nears profitability. The new round, which has not yet been disclosed, was initially said to be larger than Plex's $50 million growth round closed a few years ago. We now understand it's $40 million. A rep for Plex has confirmed. The funds will help fuel the company's push toward profitability expected by year-end or just after. Okay, thank you for that. Plex's real-world valuation is unknown as the company hasn't raised outside funds in some time, preferring to work with its existing set of investors. Now,
Meaning
I
they
might
kept
be
taking
I
money.
might be misunderstanding investment. So is investment a hole in the ground where you keep putting money? Is that investment?
This is where I find things to be kind of confusing, because it seems like there's some companies that I have been
Trav 2K says, I love edging profits.
That's pretty funny.
Nice.
There are some companies that I've been exposed to information recently where they have never made money, have been around for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows if they're ever going to, and if they're going to, it's not going to, there's no plan for them to make a bunch, It's weird.
This is,
and there's always the sell the company kind of grift thing. You try to get big enough. It's like the whole don't make revenue idea, because you try to get big enough and look scary enough, but don't actually really actualize so that you can sell to someone big so they can shut you down, basically. Because they see you as a potential threat.
Or you can,
but they don't know how much of a threat, so they just want to buy you to get rid of it.
Or you can sell to a drug-addled billionaire or something.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There's always that.
Yeah. See this right here. They're saying the quiet part out loud. We have the most supportive investors of any, Valerie said. I feel like funding has never been a concern of ours. I mean, maybe your customers would be less pissed off at you if you felt like funding was a concern and you needed them to like you.
Yeah.
I feel like not being concerned about where your next meal is going to come from might breed a little bit of urgency when it comes to dealing with long-standing issues on the platform. Just saying. I don't know. Maybe it's crazy. It's probably crazy. All right. Well, yeah, good luck with that. What else we got?
Let's see.
Oh, wait. We weren't done talking about the Pixel.
Yeah.
The Pixel event. All right, the Pixel Watch 4 gets a brighter screen, 3,000 nits, 16% smaller bezels, and has a domed display that gives about 10% more visible screen space. Neat. Starts at $350 and claims 30 hours of battery life. The Buds 2A cost $130 and include the Tensor A1 chip this time around. Also comes with ANC, active noise cancelling, and a slightly better charging case. Finally, there's the Pixel Flex Dual 67-watt charger. The device can charge up to 2 devices at a max of 60 watts each and will detect when a Pixel device is plugged in and prioritize that device to charge it, quote, first and faster. Okay. What? Neat. But also, oh my God, no. So 2 things here. Number 1, we need to stop fucking with the USB-C standard. It's barely a standard already. And the last thing, the absolute last thing on earth that I or anyone needs is more USB-C devices that have proprietary handshakes and bullshit. Stop. Entire industry right now, it's time to stop.
I also think no one asked for this.
Number 2, have a priority port. Give me control over it. Maybe I want to charge my phone and my laptop, but I actually don't prefer to charge my phone right now faster. I want to charge my laptop faster. Did you ever think of that? Am I missing something here? You should just have a priority port. It should be labeled and then I can pick.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Discussion question. Linus, you had debated switching to the Samsung Fold 7 soon. Do you think this Pixel Fold is a compelling option considering it is $200 cheaper than the Samsung, or will you still be going with the Samsung?
I will. I kind of miss my One UI. I kind of want to go Samsung first. And that's gonna, man, see, I kind of feel like I've got my order of operations wrong here because I still haven't quite finished my Graphene OS switch. I did figure out some of the challenges I was having. I'm in touch with someone from there, and I think I'm basically ready to like switch over to it. I just need to set aside like, it takes so long for me to switch devices, dude. And like, I don't want to blame you, but like, you know, you're part of the problem.
Why?
Because if I want to, okay, for instance, if I set aside a time for myself to switch all my stuff over, like say for instance, it's at 11 p.m. I'm like, I don't know how to migrate like my passkeys. I literally don't even know how that stuff works anymore. Just my work accounts just like prompted me one day, and like I literally can't sign into stuff without this phone, some of them. I need to sit down with someone from IT and figure out what the crap is going on with all of my authentication factors, because I'm not going to lie to you, it's one of those things that's so much easier to just dismiss every time I do it versus like fix. I still have accounts that prompt me for a YubiKey.
Okay, you have to own some of this.
I do.
Okay.
But I'm going to blame you for another thing.
I'm okay with at least some amount of that, but holy crap, dude. My God.
Unique username says passkeys are not what we were promised. Oh my God, right? So I get a notification on my phone. I unlock my phone. I have to click a thing. I get prompted for a fucking fingerprint again. I wait. It's like 7 to 8 interaction. I could have typed a password. Oh my God. Anyway, the other one is I can't get into my badminton club without requesting a new invitation to my identity system. And I know we're working with Unify, we're working with Ubiquity on that, but like I literally can't even sign into all my stuff on my own. I hate it so much.
One of those is to save incredible amounts of money.
I know.
So to bother you to sign in one time in an annoying way whenever you switch a phone.
Every time I switch a phone, it sucks.
One annoying time every time you switch a phone, which you could delegate to like Vance, so you don't even have to do it. I'm just pointing out that we are saving so much money.
I know.
For one small, extremely easily solvable, doesn't even have to be by you step.
I just hate the way Ubiquity handles that. So the enterprise versus the regular identity app and something fee per user. Smash Champs has lots of users because all of its members have their key fobs. And so we have to use the not enterprise one. And literally the only way to sign into the not enterprise one is to get an invitation from your IT department. You cannot initiate it yourself. Wait, unless you give me the ability to initiate it to myself. Why?
No shot.
Why?
Why do you think?
Because you're afraid I'll be too efficient at administrating it, and I'll make you look bad.
I am a little bit afraid of your level of efficiency when, say, a notification comes in. And just solving the problem right away, you know?
Okay. Sorry, I saw a name in my notifications. Every time I see my grandfather's name in a notification, I need to check right away.
Uh-huh.
He's still alive.
Nice.
All right.
Whoa.
What did you do to that?
I didn't do it. It must have been ran over by the...
Must be your acid freaking skin or something.
What? No.
Yeah, you like destroy everything you touch.
That is true. That's like unironically true.
Is that your headphone cord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll replace
I
that.
don't know if you can see that from here.
Don't you worry.
I don't think that's a Dan task.
I think it's...
I don't want to be that guy, but I really don't think replacing a cord is a Dan task.
It might just be a no one task.
Oh, I mean, like, I've got one on the
Yeah.
shelf. They can just, like,
Sure.
these ones are replaceable. But I think
the
that we should
headphone is
just
fine. Or you can
throw
just
out the
electrical
headphones.
tape it.
Let's just throw out the
It's
headphones.
fine.
We're
It
not
does
going
not
to throw
need to
out the
be thrown
headphones.
out.
But we need better headphones, don't we?
I mean,
I'm gesturing vaguely at the man sitting next to me.
Need is such a strong
That
word.
could be a video, maybe.
Like, we wear them for 4 hours a week.
And you complained
16
the
hours.
entire time.
I do not.
That is.
I complain the entire. Yeah, okay, sure. I complain a lot on WAN Show, not about these.
It's 208 hours a year. You just complain about headphones. That's what your life is now.
Be gone. Be banished.
Fly, you fool.
Wait, have we still not done the AI sharpening topic?
No.
Holy
AI
bananas.
sharpening? Oh.
YouTuber Rhett Shull posted a video last Thursday investigating what appeared to him to be AI enhancements being applied to YouTube Shorts without the creator's knowledge or consent after fellow music YouTuber Rick Beto contacted Shull with example posts from his Instagram and YouTube accounts. And I gotta say, the difference is it's pretty interesting. We're not going to play his whole video because that's not how we do our React content.
That is a lens. That is a lens and a half that was chosen here.
Don't worry about it. But look at this. You see that shift? You see as he's shifting between YouTube Shorts and Instagram, how different the same piece of content looks. And you can tell from the interface here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this sparked a whole lot of conversation. And Shull's video included some experiments of his own, seeing the same effect on his own videos that was impacting Beto's videos. He went on to find a Reddit thread discussing the same effect showing up on some of Hank Green's shorts. Then the plot thickens. After we reported on the story on Monday's Tech Linked, YouTube responded with an explanation. Okay, technically YouTube responded to a guy who retweeted a reposted clip originally tweeted out by some other guy who clipped it from Monday's TechLink video, but you know what? We're counting it.
That counts.
YouTube liaison Renee Ritchie said that this is an experiment that does not involve generative AI or upscaling. What it is intended to do is unblur, denoise, and improve clarity using traditional machine learning techniques.
What? Where's the line?
Ritchie also said the experiment was only running on a limited number of shorts, but as far as we could tell, it's pretty widespread. Responses on Twitter were almost universally opposed to using any sort of AI, which...
Because that is generally how people have considered it.
Yes.
It was called AI until we got new stuff that we called AI, and this will happen again. We will stop calling predictive LLMs AI
because they're not.
Once another layer comes out, and then that's just going to keep going.
Yes. And I remember like committing to not call what we have AI and call it machine learning forever. But what I realized is that I couldn't continue doing that forever
because it's confusing to people.
Because people get confused.
Yeah.
Who don't understand the distinction. Everything we have now is machine learning. All of it. None of it is AI. We could call it generative machine learning or whatever, but it is certainly not an intelligence of any sort and falls far short of what we think in science fiction terms of what AI is supposed to mean.
Yeah, the 80s idea of AI.
Yes, we don't have it.
Not a thing.
We're not close.
Yeah.
Others pointed out the trend of companies avoiding the term generative AI in favor of the less threatening sounding traditional machine learning. Yeah. Still others pointed out that when every video looks like it's been made with AI, it's going to be a lot harder to identify the ones that actually are made with AI. And it says, Dan has a clip. See it for yourself. Side-by-side comparison of the same clips downloaded from YouTube and Insta. All right, hit it.
This does not have sound. Which one looks more sharp?
I mean, the one on the left looks way sharper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely left by a lot.
By too much. Makes me think our cameras are really blurry.
Oh, this is an interesting one too.
Look, you can see it in the artifacts.
Yeah. You could really see it when I spun in the chair.
Whoa,
and look at the scrolling.
Big artifacts.
It's
they made your video worse.
This is one of those things where better is not always better.
Well, it's
we need new lenses.
It's not better.
Well, it is more sharp. And sharpness is generally
The
considered to be
artifacting is brutal, though.
Sure, but I just mean like you could create a lot of metrics, and you could use those metrics that you created to measure the one on the left as being better.
Yeah.
But better is not always better.
We had this conversation
The right side looks
earlier.
much more natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't feel that mine looked as bad as some of the examples I saw, though. Like, I
Do
didn't...
you think those examples are particularly cherry-picked, and this was just a random one?
No, I don't. I don't think that either. I just think that maybe whether it's our camera we use or whether it's that particular video, like there were certainly areas where it looked really bad, but for the most part, I felt it looked like overprocessed, but I didn't feel it looked like AI.
Scrappy
Personally.
DP in Floatplane Chat said Peter McKinnon made a video recently on not sharpening your content because YouTube is applying it so hard after the upload.
That actually makes a ton of sense.
Interesting idea.
Our discussion question here is it okay to take a short creator's control away in terms of what their content looks like, and what's to stop YouTube from going on and applying these enhancements to everything, to long-form videos, TV shows, films delivered by the platform? Where's the line? And I would say the line is in the rearview mirror way back there. The second YouTube does any processing to your video,
And they do it.
and they do it on every single video that is served by the platform, they are impacting the look.
And that's not a battle. That was never a war. That's how it's going to go.
In fact, Instagram is also applying processing, and what we're watching on the Instagram side is their interpretation, mostly probably optimized
So
to
is
save
Floatplane.
on bandwidth, of what your original file was. Even your original file you upload is processed and is sort of approximated compared to what your sensor saw. And even that is an approximation. However, I think that we can all agree that making things look more over-processed and AI-generated is not good, and this seems to be over the line. Does that seem
Yeah, I like that.
okay? Neat.
Good one. What do we got next?
I don't know. Why don't you
Seagate?
pick something? You want to pick something? Yeah, it's
that a
pretty
good one?
interesting.
Cool. Seagate tries an exciting new kind of raid. Earlier this
He's doing good.
All right. Earlier this year, Seagate security teams working alongside Malaysian authorities conducted a raid on a counterfeit hard drive operation. These are, man, I would love to see one of these.
Right?
That would be so interesting.
Right? How cool would that be?
How is it even
That
possible?
would be fascinating. I always find, remember the genuine Intel CPU thing? Like, what? Like, I would love to see the place. Sorry, Intel, but I would love to see the place that makes non-genuine
genuine. Well-
Intel CPUs.
You mean AMD? Anyway, carry on.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Got him.
Those are some spicy
How the turntables have turned.
old school war words. Yeah. Anyways, the raid uncovered nearly 700 Seagate drives in various models with capacities up to 18 terabytes, along with drives from other manufacturers. The drives are believed to have come from China, where they were used to store Chia, which is, I think, a storage
Coin.
currency. Yeah. And
Crypto.
sold off after that cryptocurrency became, unprofitable. Used drives had their smart values reset. Oof. Data wiped and were cleaned, relabeled, and repackaged. So, okay, I see. Sometimes as a more valuable model than they started out as, and were then sold at discounted rates on local e-commerce platforms.
This was a whole
Rough.
thing. And Seagate has probably invested significant resources chasing this bullshit down instead of working on things that are valuable to their business. I actually really feel for them in this situation.
that's
this is
brutal.
not on them. I mean, maybe they could do more to prevent their smart values from being overwritten, but I don't know. Should they
There's
have
a
seen
will,
this
there's a
coming?
way
I don't
sometimes.
know. Maybe this has happened before that I'm not aware of, and they should have seen this coming and should have done better. But I don't know. you build a bigger lock and someone's going to build a bigger bolt cutter, right? Like I also don't quite. They got really kind of f***ed on over this, and
a lot of
that
security
sucks.
is not. It's just a bigger delay. Ideally,
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that. To try to reduce the impact of these scams, Seagate partners are now being required to purchase and resell drives exclusively from authorized distributors.
And this is why we can't have nice things, because
Yeah.
I would love for you to be able to, buy and sell and move older parts
the
around
used
as
market.
needed. But now all of a sudden we need this like central administration of everything and tracking of everything, and it legitimately adds cost. It's not that they're just going to gouge or whatever because there's no competition, but it legitimately adds overhead and cost, and that just blows for everyone.
Kind of wrecks the used market. People are asking if server part deals is an authorized reseller. I don't know. Someone want to look that up? You can figure it out.
Yeah, Tim also points out it doesn't matter if they make their smart values harder to overwrite, because they can also just overwrite the smart values of cheap crap drives and call them Seagate.
I knew server part deals was legit. I didn't know if they were an authorized reseller.
There aren't that many cheap crap hard drives out there. Like, there's only a handful of hard drive manufacturers even left, so I'm not 100% sure on that one. But anyway.
Apparently they are an authorized retailer. Nice. Reseller. Very cool. I'm not surprised. They're very legit. But yeah. So Seagate has implemented a global trade screening process to try to identify suspicious suppliers, and Seagate reminds consumers to exercise caution when buying drives from non-major retailers or third-party sellers.
Toward the Blue in Floatplane Chat also says, your viewers should know that Seagate released a tool where you can check values that are not able to be rewritten. So that's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
At least they're doing things about this, even though none of this should have happened. People should just not be buttheads.
Hilbert Gilbertson said that it's in C tools, which makes sense.
Very cool. The ROG Xbox Ally has gotten a release date alongside a new game verification program.
Before we go into that really quick, I just want to say it's
sir.
kind of cool that was negative news, but had an interesting and cool story.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
I'd love to see one of these places
Dude,
they
that would
rate
be
it.
so wicked.
Anyone from Seagate watching, I'll get on a plane. Let's go check it out, because I feel it's like it feels like it'd be if it's like the kind of thing where if Rick Sanchez and Milhouse Van Houten made a meth lab, it's like tech meth lab. That's what I'm kind of imagining,
I mean, it would honestly be a really good.
Dexter's in there somewhere, and Jason Fox, just.
I think it would be really good exposure for the communication they're trying to get across of making sure you're getting legitimate drives.
Yeah.
Making sure that you can check your drives using C tools. So if you were going to buy off of the used market or something, you could check the drive before you actually do the exchange, and promoting their whole authorized reseller thing. I think it makes a ton of sense, and it would be wicked for content. I think Seagate should do it with you. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, if anyone knows anyone who's at Seagate,
hit them up. That would be wicked.
Let's do
content.
it. That would be freaking awesome.
Be very cool.
All right, Microsoft announced at Gamescom that the new ROG Xbox Ally handheld will be arriving on store shelves on October 16th. And with it, the new Handheld Compatibility Program, an initiative similar to the Steam Deck's Compatibility Program designed to make more games ready to play on your supported Xbox handheld. Like Valve's initiative, there will be 3 tiers of rankings: incompatible, mostly compatible, and handheld optimized. Xbox also announced the Gaming Copilot beta via GameBar, a personalized AI gaming companion that helps you get to your favorite games faster, improve your skills, and it offers context-aware support based on what you're playing.
Okay.
After being spotted via benchmark leak, Steam machines are back on the menu, boys!
Let's go.
After months of rumors, the existence of Valve's Fremont PC box/console has been leaked through benchmarks on Geekbench, as well as some of the specs listed down below. The processor, codenamed Hawk Point 2, is likely a refresh of Phoenix 2, the younger and smaller cousin of the Z1 Extreme. Valve's first attempt at a console-like Steam Machine experience, released nearly a decade ago to whatever the opposite of fanfare is. But I feel very strongly...
I think we're in a different realm.
That this is a different time. This is a different Valve, a more focused Valve, and... it's a different Linux in no small part, thanks to the efforts that Valve has made to push forward gaming on Linux.
Very dramatically different Linux.
Here we have specs.
Before you actually do that,
okay,
I'm going to use this as a shameless plug for is 2025 the year of the Linux desktop part 1 and 2 articles on the lab site.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, very different Linux. Sorry, keep going.
Heck yeah. All right. Back here, so okay, we get 6 cores. Ooh, nice little level 3 cache. And that's about all we know. Oh, there you go. There's a Geekbench score. Good job, everyone. I'm stoked. I have had a little machine sitting in my family room, just like ready for SteamOS. It actually, what does it have running on it now? It has an NVIDIA GPU and it uses an MXM module, so it's like non-trivial to put an AMD GPU in it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just relax. But I haven't been doing much with it. I think it still has Windows on it because even the SteamOS alikes prefer AMD GPUs, from my understanding. So it's been sitting there, kind of waiting for SteamOS to be vendor agnostic and just like ready for any PC. Starting to, hope's fading a little bit, but I think I could be convinced to just huck it out of there and throw a Steam box in there. I'm jazzed. I love the SteamOS experience, especially for a not my only computer spot. Like in my family room where it's just like, yeah, I want to play, Sea of Stars had a free DLC. I want to play the Sea of Stars DLC. That is like the perfect device and the perfect place to do that. SteamOS is just zero BS. It boots straight into my stuff. Although Microsoft is coming. They're coming with the competition.
Kinda.
I mean, have you seen it?
No.
I've been hands-on.
Fair enough.
It's the efficiency gains that they are saying they've achieved it's not SteamOS level efficient, at least not now, but they're making gains. Like they literally don't even render the desktop in the background when they're running in gaming mode on this new handheld. So look, I don't have a ton of confidence either, but the Xbox team got embedded with Windows. Like went in, and you can't deny that on Xbox, the Xbox is an efficient machine. He has no hope. Look at him. Look at the hopelessness in his eyes.
At this point,
What, the hopelessness in your eyes?
no, I almost don't want them to do well.
Oh, Microsoft.
Yeah.
I mean,
The ship has been sailed for so long that you can't see it on the horizon anymore. I want Linux to do well.
that's fair.
They
Totally fair. It's valid. It's fair and valid.
killed Windows gaming and pissed on its grave. And then now want it back?
Yeah.
No, dude, we're all trying to move on. Sorry, but
No, they're the abusive ex-spouse.
it's done.
They want you back though.
Get out of here.
You better not walk away.
I did on my laptop. I've been gone for a long time. And it's been fine because they wasted all of the opportunities. I don't know.
Dude, I picked up my laptop. So this is one of the Qualcomm machines. Liquid metal spilled in my Flow X13. We'll probably be a video. I'll try and fix it. Anyway, the point is I switched back to my Snapdragon machine and I grabbed it out of my bag when I was on set earlier working on the buying Chromebooks for our kids video that I did with David today. And it was hot. It was closed and it was on.
Yep.
How is that still not fixed?
Yep. That's insane. And the fact that there's ads in my freaking operating system is crazy.
I mean, there's ads in your mobile operating system.
Yeah, that's true, and that's nuts. And that makes me want to move. We talked about the only thing keeping me on official Android right now is the call screening.
I think you might like Graphene OS.
Yeah. Oh, I am rather certain I would. I want to switch over. It is only call screening. that is
Somebody flagged a call screening option for me that I'll try
Okay.
during my switch.
If you try it and it works, I will switch.
Yeah.
100%. I'm gone. Like, I'm so tired of this. I want to own my own stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not even trying to be like traditional Linux nerd about it. I just get out of my things.
Yeah.
Like,
Get out of my way.
Yes.
Just
Stop
get out of
pushing
my
it.
way.
I bought Windows. Off. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? I
Yeah.
am so over it. Get the ads out. Stop screwing with search. Like, just go away.
Let me use my computer.
Windows itself stopped being like cool
7.
quite a while ago. Yeah. And
10
then they
was
stopped.
okay.
It felt like they really stopped making things for me.
Yeah.
And they started just making things like annoying and inserting ads and doing all this garbage. So like, okay, you lost me after Windows 7. Windows 7 was amazing.
When's the last time Microsoft, like... Oh, no, they've done cool stuff with DirectX. Okay, never mind. I feel like there used to be a lot more fanfare around like DirectX and gaming on Windows. And I mean, the new stripped down, Windows gaming.
It feels like it's too late to me.
That's fair.
If they were working on this,
That's fair.
remember game mode when it was just like, well, I don't even remember what was so bad about it, but I remember testing in the bench stand, just being like, what is this?
Yeah.
Gamester Windows Live was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Like Microsoft gaming networking, I'm going to say now, this is not a now, but when like Forza Horizon 5 came out, it was super annoying. It's super annoying to just like play Halo randomly now. Like, it's just,
Fewer obstacles.
Stop being incredibly, the world is just like, whoop, when running Linux has been actually less annoying.
Oof.
But actually, though,
The sickest of burns.
like it has been easier and less in my way. I have had to do things to it to make it okay, less than Windows.
Ouch.
Like, at this point, yeah.
You know what device is likely to work really well and never get in your way or have anything like, unbecoming about it?
What?
The Trump phone.
Oh. Good transition.
Check this out. See this?
Yeah.
So this render of the Trump phone is just an image that they ripped off of this accessory manufacturer's website. Is that wild or what?
Yeah.
This is their upcoming T1, and it appears to be a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra in Spigen's, and I'm so sorry if I'm saying this wrong, S25 Ultra thin fit case. You can even see their logo under the photoshopped on American flag.
What a lazy job. You need to rip people off better.
Our notes, unfortunately, say,
Spigen?
looks photoshopped. You can tell by the way it is. We all know that it looks photoshopped. You can tell by the pixels.
The crazy part is it would have been so easy to do this not terribly. Like, that's the weirdest part for me.
I know.
It would have taken seconds more.
I know.
Like, I do kind of wonder when stuff like this happens, and this might be hypocritical because earlier in the show I talked about how we're humans, we make mistakes sometimes, but like when a mistake like that happens, I wonder is this someone inside just being like, I need a job, so I'm gonna do my job, but also I'm gonna leave some Easter eggs in there that people will find so that people know this is stupid. I kind of wonder sometimes because that's a wild mistake.
Yeah.
Ripped off this case and just left the logo on it. I don't know.
The site still has the old version of the quote unquote the T1 phone that will never exist and isn't real.
Yeah.
How
is this not such a huge tell for people? Anyways,
That's a longer conversation.
anyways, moving on.
NVIDIA throws a couple of bones to gamers. GeForce NOW, NVIDIA's cloud gaming service, can now run on RTX 5080 equipped servers. DLSS 4 enables up to 120 FPS at 5K on PC and Mac, and at up to 90 FPS on the Steam Deck GeForce NOW app. Install to Play lets you also install games on your cloud PC if the dev has enabled Steam Cloud Streaming. There is a bit of a catch. You have to install your game every time, and there is a finite amount of storage on your instance. You do have to pay extra to get more storage, from my understanding. So it's a little inconvenient to install your own games, but hey, at least it's there, bringing them a little bit closer to a more Shadow-like experience. The NVIDIA app can now automatically enable your preferred DLSS across all games and adds control for a few more settings like NVIDIA Surround, bringing it ever so slightly closer to being a viable replacement for the NVIDIA control panel. NVIDIA has also teamed up with Discord, bringing instant play experiences with GeForce NOW inside Discord, no install required. Just click a link from a friend and instantly load into a game to try it out.
Whoa.
That's right. You can play
nuts.
any game you want as long as that game is Fortnite. And you can only play for a 30-minute free trial.
That is still nuts.
That sounds like future. I haven't heard
That is
future in a
nuts.
while. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, are we overestimating this? Is it literally just a link that opens a browser and you play the game in the thing?
It's still a cool
Yeah,
thing.
it's still cool. Game
Yeah,
streaming
it's
is one of
still
those
pretty
things
nuts.
that I think is super cool. I remember taking so much flack for that video I did like years and years ago, comparing latency of local streaming, over the internet streaming, and then like rendering locally, and saying anything other than that this is horrible and we should all hate it and resist it. And people were like super mad at me about it. And it's like, here we are. It's pretty freaking cool. And the latency, once you're running at 120 FPS, is not bad.
Kind of approaching magic at that point.
I mean,
we
like-
know what goes on, but it's like, wow.
I definitely would rather render locally, but like if I didn't want to spend, I mean, I was at Best Buy today for that Chromebook video, and it was 1,700 Canadian dollars for a 5080. I could buy a lot of fucking GeForce NOW for 1,700 Canadian dollars. It's compelling. And that's it for topics. It's time for After Dark.
Came out of
Exciting.
nowhere. What did you find? After Dark? Is that exciting?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like the After Dark part of the show. Always have.
Yeah, you do.
We get to hear from our lovely subscribers. Like Jordan, thank you for the sexy merch, Pookies. Thanks, Jordan. G.
My God.
No, you don't get to hide. You don't get to hide your camera if you're going to do that.
I've got a message here from Fred.
Oh no.
Happy birthday late. You're oldie.
Get wrecked.
What? Ow! What? Come on!
Get wrecked.
What the heck, Fred N?
Get wrecked.
Anonymous says, nice shafts.
This is what you curated today? Forget it. You're going away again.
Somebody curated these. These were not mine. Luke.
Dang it.
No, I didn't do
What?
it. I didn't do it.
Okay, maybe they were accidents. One of them was on purpose. The nice shafts absolutely would have been an accident. Yeah, I would have responded in kind to our lovely store participants.
I feel like we need to have like track on who did it. I
That would actually be kind of sick.
I wonder if there was a sneaky developer in the dashboard that thought it would be funny.
Yeah, I mean, if I notice something like that, I'll pull them out. I'll pull back the shafts if that happens. Okay, let's do.
I think it's funny.
Let me do my real job now. Linus, Luke, and Dan, what do you see as some of the big challenges LTT and Floatplane in the next 2 years? What are some things you're excited about?
Ooh.
TV apps.
Okay. Challenges for LTT. I think we face the same sort of macro challenges that the entire rest of the tech media industry does. I think that a slowing pace of consumer hardware development is very challenging, and that's not to say that the scientists and engineers that work at these companies are not doing really incredible work and creating innovative new technologies. I think it's just to say that in a lot of categories, we've sort of reached a plateau where most people mostly don't care or can't tell the difference. Like TV is, I think, a great example of this. I was shopping for TVs recently. If you've been watching the latest Scrapyard Wars series, you'll know that I was at like an open box TV retailer. And as much as I love a nice TV and I have really nice TVs in my home, I was comparing like a very basic, 70, like you can get a gigantic 75-inch TV. I found a deal, and this is not a major spoiler because it's just a thing that I saw in the store. I found a 75-inch TV for 550 Canadian dollars, and it came with a free soundbar.
Whoa.
So for context, for my American friends out there, that's about 380 US or like 370 US or something like that.
Right, yeah.
And it comes with a free soundbar that was like $100+ value Canadian or something like that. So we're talking like a few $100s for a 75-inch TV. And so I'm looking at that and I'm just kind of going, well, my goodness, how much better does something have to look for me to spend $3,000 on it now? A freaking lot. So we've reached the end, and it looked not bad. Like, it didn't have great HDR, but a lot of people either don't understand or can't see the difference, which is like valid. It's like when a car person comes up to you and they're like, man, what do you think of these new rims? And you're just like, I don't know, they're made of metal, I guess, right? But is that good? Right? Like for
PBS.
For a lot of people, right? For a lot of people, it's HDR, it has more color gamut. It means nothing to them. They don't care. They're watching Fox News or CNBC. It doesn't matter, right? And so we've reached this point where these new developments, like I saw a news article on LG apparently has a prototype OLED TV that uses tandem OLED. So that's the same tech that Apple's using on their latest iPads, and uses two stacked OLED layers to achieve much, much greater brightness while maintaining inky blacks. Like, that blows my mind. Apparently it can achieve 4,000 nits on this, I think it was an 83-inch display, and I'm sitting here going like, man, that's so cool. But it's cool past a point that I think most people will necessarily really care about, which is a big challenge, coming back to your question, for tech media. Because I think the pool, as the mainstream good enough cheapo commodity tech reaches a point of being good enough for more and more and more and more and more people, I think the share of enthusiasts who care about every pixel and who care about every megahertz is going to be reduced. The refresh cycles on these things are also getting more and more difficult to keep up with annually. I mean, NVIDIA used to be yearly. Apple has been yearly on a lot of their products. They're still yearly on the iPhone, but I don't know if that'll last forever. They're certainly not yearly on a lot of the Mac products that they just outright don't bother to refresh once they have a new generation of silicon. And so there's kind of less to talk about. I think that the economic conditions right now globally are challenging, affecting people's discretionary spending. I don't foresee, and I'm not an economist, but I don't foresee with taxation, both in the form of regular taxation, but also import taxation going up. I don't foresee that changing anytime soon. Generative AI, for all of its uselessness and hallucination, has disrupted the job market already.
Yeah.
It is disrupting people's livelihoods right now.
Man, we've been saying from the start, like, the companies that are really going to kill it, in my opinion, and I still think this is true, are companies that find ways to use AI to accelerate the people that they have and use that to grow and bring in more, not companies that use it to just shrink their workforce, but stock price go up when fire person. So people are just doing it anyways. And anyways, it's frustrating because there are effective ways for many people, I'm not going to say everyone, but for many people to use it to genuinely help them in good ways. There's also a ton of ways to use it improperly. But a lot of people are scared to let it affect their productivity in a positive way because they don't want to contribute towards losing their own jobs.
Well,
and that's
yeah.
just bad employers, in my opinion. And it's
too.
frustrating that there's like any of them at all, really.
Yep.
But anyways, sorry, just minor aside.
And generative AI is going to threaten our business from other vectors as well. I mean, we talked earlier about how the AnandTech article archive went offline, and one of our speculated reasons for it is that Future PLC, who owns AnandTech and Tom's Hardware, launched a new feature allowing you to compare products across brands, across generations, and it's paywalled. So our theory is that maybe they wanted to, instead of making all of that archival data and information available for free, move it behind the paywall where it can be sustainable for the future, PLC, and also to keep it away from the prying eyes of AI web crawlers that are going to scrape all this data and then just like shard it out into a search result or into a chatbot that doesn't compensate the real actual people who really actually picked up GPUs and put them into benches and tested things, allowing them to keep their jobs. So that's a threat. That's a threat towards us as well. Like if LTT Labs can be scraped and can just, you can search up anything about a Corsair power supply and it'll just use our video as a source but not compensate us in any way, that's going to be a real challenge for us, right? We're still very committed to doing it, but I would be lying if I didn't say that, building out something like the lab has impacted our profitability. It absolutely has. I mean, doing anything by hand with humans, building our content the way that we continue to do it has impacted our profitability over the years. So those things are not slowing down.
Yeah.
Those things are going to continue to be challenges. It's not all doom and gloom. I think our team is more locked in than it's been in probably a couple of years, actually. And I don't think I'm the only one who's seeing that. I've had some good conversations with people. We have some new hires starting in the next little bit that I'm very excited about on the writing side. I'm really excited about the direction the lab is going under Luke's leadership.
Thank you.
I think we're firing on more cylinders. I am hopeful that while we might not, be back to a cadence of 6 uploads a week, I'm hopeful we can get to a more regular upload schedule again relatively soon. I think that's something that would be good for our viewers and also good for our company's ongoing viability. The future's looking up, but that doesn't mean that we can ignore the headwinds that are coming our way and coming everyone's way, realistically.
Hey, LLD, just got my Ally battery upgraded after your video for the JSAX upgrade kit.
JSO, I think.
JSO upgrade kit, and loving it. Linus, would you consider any further modifications to your Ally in the future? Maybe RAM? Thanks.
I don't think I need more RAM. I've never run into a game on my Ally. I mean, I mostly just play tape-to-tape. Did you know I have over 300 hours in tape-to-tape now? It's amazing how quickly they add up when, my wind down before bed is to lie in bed and play a run.
There's a decent amount of idle time too.
There's a ton of idle time.
You ever load it up? Yeah.
Tape-to-tape actually logs your on ice time. So I think I'm at 170 hours or something of on ice time.
That makes a bit more sense.
But that's still a lot. So that's the game I primarily play on my Ally. Don't need more RAM for it, but definitely enjoying the battery life upgrade. It's just like we saw when Asus went from the Ally 1 to the Ally 2. For some reason, the battery life benefit is more than just the watt hours increase. Someone's going to have to math that for me because I don't quite get it, but I'm into it. So I've been enjoying the absolute heck out of it. I would love to have a bigger SSD in it. I'd love to just have, entire libraries of Linux ISO, older, more pixelated Linux ISOs that are just kind of on tap. But beyond that, no, I love it. It's been very, very good to me. And I am excited for the Xbox One, but I don't know. I might be more excited for potentially a Steam Deck 2. I need it to be competitive on GPU power though. Like the Steam Deck was it fell behind really fast. And you know me, I like cutting edge performance. And on handheld, every 10% is noticeable. When you're at 32 FPS, the jump to 35, it's like, I want that.
Here's another spicy one to add in on the whole Windows Linux thing.
Yeah.
This is why I haven't... this is a major reason why I haven't bought a gaming handheld. Is because I kind of didn't really get in on Steam Deck early enough. It feels like I'm kind of in Steam Deck 2 waiting room.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm looking
and they're taking a minute to get around to that
fine.
for you.
I'm all good.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the alternatives. And the big push right now is Windows-based alternatives. And I'm like, nah, I want to support the Linux push. If I'm going to be voting with my wallet, right? Like, I'm tired of the garbage that has been shoveled into my face from Windows for so long. I'm pissed that there's no alternative. I'm pissed that there isn't like a Windows Premium where I don't get trashed on with ads and other stuff like that. I'm pissed that I can't get away from certain telemetry things without registry jumping and whatnot. And then having to redo that because Windows Update just decides to like change things or whatever. So I'm trying to get out. So I'm not going to financially back a thing that I'm trying to get out of. So I'll wait for Steam Deck 2.
That's fair.
Is what it is.
All right, hit me, Dan.
Hi, LDL. Instead of glazed AI interactions causing users to expect other people to act like their chatbots do, doesn't it also seem likely that these users will also start to act like their chatbots?
No, I don't think so. I think being glazed is not necessarily going to make you become a glazer.
No, I honestly think it'll largely do the opposite effect. Especially when you don't glaze back and it keeps glazing you.
Yeah, like let's think about sort of like a parallel. Like I often talk about how I think that like influencers and famous people are sort of uniquely vulnerable to giving into narcissistic tendencies, because I think that anyone would struggle to stay grounded when they're surrounded by hundreds, thousands, or millions of people that are telling them how incredible they are all day, every day. Well, riddle me this. These professional being glazers, are they generally known for being like the super most amenable people in the world? Like as a group. I'm not saying there aren't nice celebrities.
Yeah, it's the opposite. You're used to getting catered to.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you let it slip here or there, and you don't communicate with the AI nicely, and you notice that it keeps glazing you. So there's no incentive, there's no reward loop to keep
there's no penalty.
Being a non-jerk. Yeah.
This interface is broken in a way that I'm not really sure how to deal with. So I click this. It asks me, really? And then I can't interact with it.
Weird. I haven't had any of those problems. Let me go look.
Cool.
Do you want another one while we wait?
Yeah, hit me.
Hey, WAN.dll. With everything being so software and driver focused, do you think there will become microtransactions or DLC for graphics cards?
Oh man, we didn't talk about it because I just had enough bad news last week, but you saw that who was it? Was it Volkswagen is adding like a pay for a subscription for more performance to their car or whatever it was?
You don't click on the really, you just click on the button again.
Oh.
Not the most intuitive.
Neat. Okay. VW performance subscription. I think it was.
Yeah, that's brand new, right? I think that was.
Yeah, VW introduces monthly subscription to increase car power 8 days ago. I'd had enough talking about bad news last week, so I just didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
But here it is. The optional power upgrade will cost $16.50 a month or £165 annually. With that said, this also made me far less upset. It is not outlandish. Hold on. I'm going to defend this. It is not outlandish to charge more for a higher performance model. And in this case, I know the exact same hardware is in there, but you could make the argument that there might be a higher likelihood of long-term damage to the vehicle if it is somehow being pushed harder, and there could be some cost there. I don't know that they've actually done the math, correctly. I'm sure there's margin in it. But as long as there's a lifetime subscription, I will be far less upset about a month. Or as long as there's a lifetime purchase option, I'll be far less upset about a subscription being offered.
Steakboy in Floatplane Chat brought up an amazing comparable.
Yes.
What if this was a driver for a graphics card?
As long as there is a lifetime subscription.
So now you have to buy your graphics card and pay for a subscription to the drivers
to get it to be slightly faster. To be clear, you
and
can still
okay
drive
with
it with
that.
all. I'm not saying I'm okay with it. I'm saying I'm a lot more okay with it if there is a lifetime purchase option. I'll give you an example in the hardware world that's very much like this.
Should lifetime purchase not
Quadro.
come with the product?
It's just you bought the car.
So Quadro is literally a GeForce card that has a lifetime subscription, in this case that costs a lot of money, to drivers that are certified and to the expectation that it is going to be driven harder because it's going to be used hour in, hour out, day after day in a professional
I
environment.
care a lot less when it's professional product, though. We're not talking about professional products.
And that's fair enough. I'm just saying that the parallel.
Not trying to insult the clearly very professional car.
Yeah. I just mean we already have very clear parallels in the hardware industry. This thing's going to be
in the user space.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying it's a thing that exists and that I have been upset about. Like I have been upset about the exact same
Done this a bunch of times.
the exact same silicon, right? Being locked down in this way.
Yeah.
I find it very frustrating. But I also do recognize that in the case of Quadro or in the case of this, there could be additional costs. So let me put it this way. LTT screwdriver, right? If there was a professional version of this that included, I don't know, let's say once every 2 years, you can mail it to us and we'll disassemble it and lube it and polish it for free or something. Like if there's some kind of additional work of some sort that we're doing. So what I'm saying is I don't know the math. I don't know the math on how many more failures they'll have for pushing it that much harder. But there may be some math there.
And they're insuring it?
I would assume it is covered under warranty to have it at this higher performance level.
How long is your warranty, though?
Not that far on most cars.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying I love it. I'm saying as long as there is a lifetime option.
Just make the car cost $1,000 more.
Well, sure, but that's exactly what they did. They made it cost £649 more, and
I think from a
slightly higher trim.
percentage standpoint, like if it's a $100,000 car and they're charging me $650, I'm going to be like, why are you nickel and diming me? If it's a $1,000 car and they're charging me $650, that percentage point makes it more understandable.
I think I'm just viewing it the same thing in the same way, but with a different lens, if that kind of makes sense. Where the fact that the monthly one exists is what bothers me. I understand that it makes it more okay. You see what I mean?
Yep.
It makes it more okay to you that the lifetime exists. For me, it makes it less okay that the monthly exists. It's kind of the same thing.
I don't like either of them.
It's glass half full, glass,
I mean, Walker here says it's not uncommon to pay for tuning a vehicle that increases the horsepower without any hardware change.
Yeah, it's just a one-time cost.
And so is this.
Well,
unless you buy the subscription.
I just don't like that the subscription exists.
I don't like that the subscription exists either, but if people choose a subscription when they have a lifetime option, they have to own at least some of the responsibility for the vastly larger amount of money they will pay over the lifetime they own this purchase.
Okay, what about NVIDIA 1 cent per month per CUDA core?
Again, I don't love it. I don't want it. You're gonna have to convince
Graphics cards
me. Okay,
super subsidized.
if NVIDIA, okay, so here, you know what? Let's draw a consumer parallel that I actually would be okay with.
Oh no.
If NVIDIA gave me another 200 watts on the 5090, full warranty, everything's covered, and they were like, yeah, it's another, okay, so what's this? In the context of a vehicle, so they're charging $600, let's say what, this is a $30,000 vehicle, something like that?
50, maybe 60.
You think it's that much?
I don't know.
It's just a
I
sedan.
don't know what cars cost.
Oh my God. It's the ID, it's the ID3.
Like limit breaker subscription,
Yeah.
and it's effectively just a warranty.
Effectively just an overclocking warranty.
If they let
40
you
grand?
do it without that, but you lost your warranty,
Yeah.
I think I'd be more cool with it.
That was pounds, right?
Yeah.
40,000 pounds.
40,000 pounds.
Like
So if we're talking...
because that's literally just a warranty at that point.
Call it 50,000.
So we're talking, in this case, about 1.5% of the cost. So if NVIDIA said, okay, on your $2,000 GPU, it's $30, and you can have another...
A month,
No, total,
lifetime.
It's $30, and you can have another 100 watts or 200 watts or, whatever.
If you could do it anyways, but didn't have a warranty.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
hold on.
slamming that button. I'm doing that.
This totally
$30?
even exists. People buy this all the time. This is the
It's
OC
just
variant.
a warranty. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is the OC variant.
That's-
and you don't
well,
even get
cars-
additional power limit.
Cars have trim levels.
Well, so see the car
they're-
trim levels
but
though.
they're
That's a tough one.
Well, no, they're doing what the graphics cards do. You can get the OC car, or you can get the normal car. They're just doing that in the same car.
I think we're going too far with this because we're now just describing an extended warranty.
Well, sort of. It's not
No, the
not a
goodness
warranty
levels.
though. It's a different tier of product. And I've made the argument since forever that you should never buy the OC lesser card when the not OC better card is now so close in price. But I mean, the difference between a 5080 and a 5090 is now $1,000. So an OC 5080 could make sense. And in the case of the 5090, there is nothing higher. So if you want any more, if they were to come to me and say, yeah, it's an extra $30 or $50 for the OC variant that runs a little faster, we binned it a little better, we made sure it's going to work, and we're going to cover that. I don't see that as an extended warranty. I see that as a ever so slightly faster product.
The reason
and
why I'm
it's-
saying extended warranty is because if you could just do it yourself.
Yeah,
Sure.
And that's what happens when they're the same product. Like, you can take a car and put a bigger engine in it, but the manufacturer also produces that same model of car that has the bigger engine in it already. But this VW is just both of those cars in one car. Like, it's a 5080 and a 5090 in a single card, and then you just pay the extra $1,000, and now it's a 5090 instead of a 5080.
Yeah,
right?
in this case, the difference in performance is pretty small, though, so I feel a lot less like they're totally sandbagging me.
Of course.
Like they could have just afforded to give me, a car that performs twice as good. Well, this sucks.
It's not a different car.
Yeah, but this is just the same car. It's just slightly more tuneder. And I think, I hope I'm not just going to completely end up canceled over this again, because Hamnetics says Linus's point about accelerated wear profiles is a decent one. When something is worked harder, there could be additional wear. And the reason that I went to that first is because we were talking specifically about batteries and electric motors.
This is an EV, right?
argument-
That is so important.
Your argument
Yes.
makes complete sense and is totally fair and totally fine. The problem is it will immediately be abused.
Well,
Immediately and unquestionably. It's the future problem, because now you pull back more and pull back more and pull back more and paywall more and paywall more and paywall more.
Yep.
Like heated seats.
It's not the like base concept is fine, I guess, that you're describing. It's the what will companies do with it.
I feel better about this than the BMW heated seats, personally.
Yeah, you know what? I think I do too. Because the heated seats, that's literally in there. Like it's literally so inexpensive for you to implement it that you can literally put it in every single vehicle that rolls down the line.
And becomes cheaper because you do that.
Yes.
Less skew.
But even then, it's the same cost blending, right? So the people who pay for it are subsidizing the people who don't pay for it to put it into every vehicle. I still don't like it. I can still not like it. In this case, I agree with you, Dan. I don't mind this as much as the heated seat activation.
No, I think
1% feels bad. If it was 25%, like if the 5080 to 5090 upgrade was $1,000 and the card was $500, that feels more okay in a way. This feels nickel and dime, but I know what you're talking about, especially on an electric. So yeah, sucks.
It feels like
welcome to current year. Though. Yeah, it's bad. It's not good for the world.
The first step is not that bad, so you don't look at it that closely.
Yep.
Slippy slope.
Yeah.
Bazag says, with your experience with TeamViewer, I'd think you would trust lifetime subs less, especially in this corporate environment. You are 100% right. In this case, though, they would have to actively brick it, whereas TeamViewer's service runs through their servers. I don't see any reason why my additional horsepower would have to do an authentication check every time I turn on the car.
Until it does.
If that were the case, well, then that's where Luke's slippery slope argument, which as fallacious as or fallacied or whatever, as invalid as a slippery slope argument might be, it's also, at a certain point, we've seen it happen enough times that we kind of have to go, okay, slippery slopes are valid.
And then slippery slopes are absolutely valid.
When you sell the car, it doesn't transfer, so the new person also has to buy it.
Ugh.
Is that true for this one?
No, I'm just giving them ideas.
But that is absolutely something they would do. I find slippery slopes to be completely valid in these types of conversations,
right?
And less valid when it comes to
a specific,
like and in between two individuals that know each other type situation.
Sure.
Because at that point in time, you can be like, you can trust me to not slippery slope this, and that's a valid argument. So then you can counter. But in these types of situations, it's like the company's massive entire reason to exist incentive is to slippery slope this. So it's like you should almost trust them to do so more than anything else.
So Crystal points out this is also the same hardware, just like the heated seats, but it's the wear profile.
Yeah,
that's the difference. And
yeah.
They validated. The validation is not a joke, right? They validated it at a certain performance level. Now they've validated it at another performance level. There may be a maintenance or wear cost there.
It's harder on the batteries.
It's harder on the batteries. It's harder on the motors. Okay. Want to hit me?
Hello, bad cholesterol, LDL. What punishment are you three willing to commit to for the first person to break the WAN streak? Love the content. Shave Luke's head, please. Yes, I also say we shave Luke's head if anybody misses.
I mean,
what if anybody misses?
It's a great suggestion. I appreciate that.
I second it, actually.
Yeah, there we go. All right, settled. Moving on.
That's ridiculous. Oh, my goodness.
What are we willing to commit? I mean, it's not going to be me, so I don't care.
Yeah, honestly, we needed nothing to be insanely diehard about this already. So
we may have actually had this conversation before.
Honestly, maybe it's just been so long we forgot.
I think there may be a consequence. I think we might just not remember what it is. Do any viewers remember?
I still like that we have to shave Luke's head, but none of us are going to be the one who is going to allow that to happen.
Oh, yeah.
The pride of not losing is worth more than me shaving my head.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
I don't want you to have to shave your head.
That'd be fine.
Dunk tank.
I thought I was going to be bald my whole life into my 20s, and then I finally realized that that's not how that works.
Flowplane Chat doesn't recall any punishments. Maybe I'm just imagining it. I mean, that's possible.
I think we might have had the conversation, but maybe it never turned into anything.
Loser has to do WAN show in full Blue Man Group makeup. I mean, we would just do that anyway. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It's more of a the pride thing.
Yvonne would actually kill me if I shaved my head.
Oh, it's Luke's head.
Right. Okay. Okay, so if anyone breaks the streak, we shave Luke's head. Okay, all in favor? Oh, he raised his hand. It's on camera. It's on camera. The motion passes.
No, that's not
There's
how that
no
works.
takesies, backsies.
That's not how that works. I'm actually completely okay with that being mine, but I feel like,
We'll talk about it another time. We'll figure something out.
it doesn't make sense that if Linus doesn't show up, that I have to shave my head.
I mean,
Yeah, but then
makes
Linus
sense
loses.
to me, and apparently you. I mean, you raised your hand.
No.
All right, hit me up, hit me, Dan.
You can take Luke's 2.5 pound weights. That would be more annoying for little man than me at this point.
Hello from the East Coast. Question for Luke and also Linus in parenthesis. As the infra team grows, are there any plans for IT admin focused content? A day in the life of your infra team, network deep dives, etc.
Probably not.
Cool, good chat.
Boring.
Yeah.
Hey, 6'2", 6'1", and allegedly 5.6. I actually go by 5'14". Are there any examples of products with really anti-consumer behavior that you would refuse to review on? For example, action cams requiring mobile apps to initialize.
No, I mean, I think our job is to call these things out, is to shine a light on a bad practice or a bad product. I think refusing to review it is, in a way, even passively contributing to the problem. It's like when people with ethics and integrity resign their post when they're asked to do something by a superior, and then they
just put someone in who would happily do it.
Yeah, so they keep their ethics and they keep their integrity, but by resigning, they clear the way for someone to just do it anyway. We haven't actually accomplished anything here. I think in the past, when as a society it felt like we had some shame, I definitely admired that more.
Because it would bring more of a spotlight to it, and then change is initialized, and that person who asked for the thing might get removed.
But that doesn't seem to be the case anymore in modern years. So it seems like there needs to be a new meta, and my meta is definitely if something's interesting enough to make a video, I don't care how anti-consumer it is, let's make a video about it and talk about how much they suck.
Hey, LL and D, have you heard about the Final Fantasy XIV drama this week? Square Enix issued a cease and desist over an add-on that let players share custom character mods. Do you think this ties into payment processor censorship?
I mean, were the custom character mods quite X-rated? Is that what we're talking about here?
I didn't think that it was a problem until you mentioned the payment processors, and now honestly, I'm concerned again.
I don't think that's related to it. Add-ons weren't allowed in Final Fantasy XIV already, as far as my understanding goes. And custom character models could be perceived as cheating in a way.
Ban the accounts?
I can't find anything about XXX character mods.
I don't think you're allowed any add-ons in that game. So, yeah.
Couple more. Hey, LLD, does Linus have any updates from the smart door lock he recently installed? Is there a smart home device or feature that you wish existed but is not currently available? Thanks.
I mean, basically anything is currently available if you're willing to pay for like a professional installer to come in, do some wizardry for you. Like, I think it's one of Yvonne's old high school friend's husband's friend who does like installs for these like crazy homes in like Shaughnessy and stuff like that. And he was telling me about this custom mount for this TV that would like go up into the ceiling and like hide itself, so it can like come down and be like just suspended in the middle of the living room, so that the mom can like watch TV while she's cooking in the kitchen, like across the open concept thing. Anyway, I think you can basically do anything. As for the smart lock, I'm really happy with it. I can give people codes, one-time use or timed. They can access whatever I need them to whenever I need them to. It locks on its own, which sometimes I'm a bit of a scatterbrain and I forget to do that. So that's really nice. So it's always locked. And works perfectly. And the charging solution is working perfectly. I have wireless charging for my smart lock. So there's just a little base station that sits on just a little like end table thing in the foyer. And it just beams power wirelessly to my lock. So I never have to change the battery in it ever again.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty sick.
Pretty cool.
Wow. That's sweet because wiring those up can kind of suck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So most people run on battery.
Hey, WAN, I have a question for Luke about the Labs website. I noticed it's really fast with a lot of cool web tech.
Thank you.
I was curious what framework you guys use.
They have done...
How difficult Firefox has been.
Hamnetics, I made a video on that. It's on Short Circuit.
They've done a wonderful job with keeping it very performant. And I just got to get more people to go to it. But I wanted to show off. I like this one. I think there's a bunch of different ones. I haven't tried them all. This is not a particular endorsement.
It's not financial advice.
Yep. Other than that, these tools are cool. You might find one that you prefer more. It's very likely I haven't even tried it. I started using this many years ago, and it's been awesome ever since. But it's called BuiltWith or builtwith.com, and you can just look up any website. So I went to their homepage, just went LTTLabs.com, and then clicked look up. And then you can look at basically all the stuff that we use. So you can see our analytics. We like Plausible because it's friendlier to users, in my opinion, and in Dan Siegel's opinion, who is the one who suggested it for that reason. You can see that we have Next.js, which is probably more related to your question, along with React, which is maybe even more related to your question, along with Vercel, which is definitely related to your question. But you can do this for any website, and it will poke through and help you find different things about it. It's a very fun thing to do, to just see kind of what are these guys doing? How did they build stuff?
I really don't think AWS is going to catch on because the future is serverless. Sorry, that's my favorite joke. Last one I've got for you today. Hi, LLD. You guys talk about lifetime purchases. Would you ever consider doing a lifetime float plane subscription?
The other thing we talk about endlessly is sustainable business practices. Unfortunately, Floatplane is a service that has a very real, very ongoing,
consistent
monthly cost.
Yeah.
So if we were to offer you a lifetime subscription, what we'd be offering you is a lie. Because at some point, unless we grow infinitely, and infinite growth on a finite planet is unfortunately not possible, unless we grow infinitely, at some point, the pyramid will collapse and the new user recruitment will not cover the cost of continuing to support the legacy lifetime users, and the whole thing falls down and we have to go back on our word. So we want to just put ourselves in a position where we never have to go back on our word.
It's also I don't know, in my opinion, yes, I think there's an argument that could be made that Floatplane itself has, depends on the user. The Linus Media Group account on Floatplane has DRM-free downloads. It's up to the creators if they want them or not. So I can't say it for the whole platform. You could make an argument that that's your legacy of the thing. But in my opinion, you're not. I can't give you Floatplane.
Right. Yeah.
You can take the downloads. But if you buy a lifetime subscription and then eventually Floatplane dies, you and I are 90 and we finally retire and Floatplane dies for whatever reason, and you can't access the website anymore, what is your lifetime subscription for?
Yeah.
If TeamViewer just went away eventually, but you could keep using it because you have your whatever thing, and it doesn't quite
lifetime
work,
is real.
But lifetime is fine.
Yeah.
Because, it stopped iterating at some point. That kind of sucks. Sure, whatever. But you can still use the thing. Then lifetime is applicable, in my opinion. I can't just give you Floatplane forever. So therefore, in my opinion, it is not really applicable.
Tim asks in Floatplane chat, why not just make it $1,500? How does that not make sense? Because it doesn't make sense for you.
Yeah.
I like to stack W's. In every transaction, I am looking for a way to build a balanced I offer, I receive sheet, right? And from my point of view, finding the correct number for Floatplane lifetime subscription is asking me to
Impossible.
have a crystal ball. I would have to know exactly how much value you're going to receive, and I'm going to have to know exactly, to a reasonable degree of accuracy, how much it's going to cost me. I can't know that, so it's far better for me to just have a sustainable billing model that works for me, and if it works for you, then that's great, you can subscribe, and if it's not working for you anymore, then you can not subscribe.
And if you want to throw money at us, as much as this doesn't benefit like my department, I don't think that's a good way to look at things personally. The same reason why we have merch messages instead of using other potential systems is because we're trying to give you more back for this exchange that's happening. So go get something from the store.
Yeah. Pick up something on LTT Store.
Or come to Whale Land.
If you really don't want anything, if you must just give us money, you can like buy a gift card and then just like never use it.
Yeah.
Technically, that does sit on our books as like an outstanding liability or whatever, because gift cards legally in Canada can't expire.
Are gift cards on the store attached to your account? I don't remember. Is it actually a code?
I don't know.
I don't remember. If it's actually
But
a code,
the point is just like, look, that if you want to give us more money, you absolutely can, but we don't want to charge more for it, so you're going to have to find your own creative way to do that.
Yeah, which there are.
Sure. Our office is on Google Maps. You could show up and slip a hundo under the door. I can't stop you.
My G-Sting's ready.
Oh my God.
And that's it for the show. We will see you guys again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye! Whoa. You did it before I waved?
Yeah, I think the wave started. I'm allowing it.
All right.
It's touch and go, though. Sorry.
Oh my. Oh, trigger happy. Someone pull my chat. Wait.